have paws.
It does have paws, in fact.
But does it have a tail?
Does it have a tail? It does have a tail. But does it have wings? You bet your ass it does, bitches. 93!
Yeah.
It's not even a dice tray, it's like an armoire.
9.
Oh,
Goddamn 10, doesn't he?
It's fine. We got a 3. We rolled a 3 on his 5% chance. How low can you go?
Oh,
I've seen it in a lifetime.
We're just gonna gallop sideways.
Oh my god, that was true. That's so true.
Where you going, buddy?
Seeing, I'm going to go play with the armor. It's shiny.
Why?
This is what Kansas yoga is. Yeah.
I think his version of it. Arthur just drove up, get in, this is going lamplighting. Bird hopping.
I don't like that. Stop reminding me that he does that.
Fantastic.
But first, I jump across the table, grab him by the neck, and go, "Where's the rocket launcher?"
It makes more sense.
Wooden thing with like chickens.
Stop.
That's way weirder.
Everybody stop. Everything was happening. Meg, save me.
No, please, stop. No! I got the Sean Beatty special. Yeah! My best skill.
Put it in your mouth.
Yeah!
Then she slams her shield into the ground and it's kind of glowing radiant. And
The three of us like hold each other. We're like,
Fucking proud of you.
What the fuck is that?
it's a special thing from my God!
Scurry around it. It's a mating ritual, an old Inox woman says, as she approaches you in a panic. I've seen it up north.
Or when you put booties on dogs, they don't know how to walk.
Their arms are just, their legs are just going out.
He's not gonna kill you.
It's okay.
I have no grit.
I have no grit. I have no grit. You wanna know why? You wanna know why? Because we tried to get rid of all the skeletons right here. And we made an agreement. It was an agreement. It was, do you have this? And the answer was yes. And I was like, great, I'm gonna go live my fucking life.
Oh
wow. You're on shade.
I would sure hope
And then
not.
Tesla dabs.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cody Stone with Random Encounter Productions. Your show is going to start in just a few minutes, but while I've got you alone, let me talk to you about how you can help us keep the dice rolling. You can join us over at patreon.com/Random Encounter Productions. We have Patreon levels from the $1 to the $20 level. You get access to a lot of really cool things, Heroes of the Multiverse with digital artwork. We're going to be doing overland maps and dungeon maps throughout all of 2019. You also get early access to some of our GM tip videos and raw file footages. You can, at the $10 level, get a Twitch subscription. At the $5 level, you get access to our Discord where we all hang out. The characters write stories. All the wonderful players are great writers and artists, and it's just a wonderful community. We want you to be a part of that. So if you can help support us over there, it would mean the world to us. Also, if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free Twitch subscription. It's really awesome. You just have to renew it every month. So if you choose to do that with us, that would be amazing. So thank you very much for that. Just remember to renew it every month. If you don't have Amazon Prime, if you can't patronize right now, there's a few ways you can still help the channel. That would mean the world to us. First of all, We're getting our YouTube channel up and running, youtube.com/Random Encounter Productions. We're going to be doing exclusive shows over there, as well as our GM tips, really pushing to put out content on a daily basis. So please subscribe over there, hit the bell, hit the notification thing, share those videos, help us get the word out as much as possible, because we love doing these shows for you guys. We want to do them for everybody. So that would be wonderful. If you want to help us out in other free ways, we have a Twitter, we have an Instagram, and we're on Facebook. All the links to those things are down below. So join us over there, subscribe, share, follow, all of that classic stuff. And we really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. We love doing this, and we love doing it for you, with you, and all of those things. So we will see you soon. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have
Steffi playing Brianna the Gnome Cleric.
Oh my god, she got it!
There you go.
I watched some of your videos. I watched some of your videos today.
Nicely
She
done.
did her homework! Yes!
Hi, I'm Izzy. I'm playing Ryan, the Goliath fighter.
I'm Cassandra. I'm playing Miku / Tempest, the Arctic Druid Air Genasi.
And Christine, I'm playing Ruby, the Halfling Death Cleric.
I'm Caitlin. I'm playing Yvonne, the half-elf rogue bard.
All right, guys. So before we get into it, we do have a couple of announcements. We are doing a giveaway. You can check us out on the Instagrams.
Twitter.
Twitter.
We did a Twitter giveaway. We've never done one before. It's weird.
It's a Twitter giveaway.
It is. It's for our new Dungeon Mom mug, because everyone has been loving it and it's darling and wholesome.
So what do they need to do to get entered?
They need to make sure they're following us. They need to retweet it, and tag a friend. Tag their party's Dungeon Mom.
Okay.
It's part of our new line of inclusive, friendly. We have Dungeon Master stuff in a bunch of the Pride flags. We have Dungeon Mistress all over the place, because a lot of female DMs didn't have merch that they enjoyed. And now we have Dungeon Mom, because some of the more wholesome Dungeon Mistresses didn't like the term mistress. So we are inclusive as fuck. We can find you an option or make one. Yeah.
So that giveaway will be closing on
Friday.
What time on Friday?
We'll do the giveaway during the show.
So we're gonna say last chance to enter is 7:30 on
the dot.
Friday Eastern Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
So Twitter, share, tag, retweet. Yes. I got it. All right, look at me. I know what I'm doing.
So proud of you.
Yay. Also, our friends, you guys do fun things. Tell us about the fun things you do.
Tell us about yourself.
Tell us about the fun things we do, I guess.
We kind of run a kind of stagnant now YouTube channel.
Yeah, we run a YouTube channel.
Okay.
And did we take down the Etsy yet?
On YouTube?
The
Etsy.
Etsy.
Oh, the Etsy. Yeah, the Etsy's down.
Okay.
The Etsy's not open. Sorry.
So, yeah, no, we're
Yeah, we're just here.
hiatus for now.
That's fine.
But in future, they will again, and
Yes.
we will be here to love them.
And when that happens, we will let you guys at home know. Tomorrow night, I think we have Power Team Trivia, don't we?
Yeah, Power Team Trivia at Mystic Dunes. If you're in the Orlando, Kissimmee area, it's in Celebration Mystic Dunes Golf Club and Resort. From 7 to 9, we're going to be doing all kinds of fun trivia. It's kind of themed, kind of not tomorrow, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. You have to
Okay.
come to see.
There you
And there's all kinds of fun prizes. And you can check us out on Facebook and Instagram, Power Team Trivia.
Also, if you're following us on Instagram and Facebook, you get a free answer
Free
every week. A free question ahead of time.
Yeah,
So that's basically just a free point for you,
totally.
which is awesome.
There you go.
I like it.
Cassandra, you just finished Fringe.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else fun coming up? You are a busy bee. Nothing you want to divulge just
nothing
yet?
so much. If you want to follow my cosplay on Instagram,
I think somebody got voted one of the best at Mega.
You were on the list.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah.
yeah, you should go follow my cosplay on Instagram.
What is it?
It's at Cassandra.ariel.09. That's at CASSANDRA.ARIEL.09.
There you go.
Oops to the Cassandra I just tagged in the chat. I apologize. I am so sorry. Twitch.
Good name.
I don't know who you are, but be our friend. Cassandra in the chat.
Welcome.
Hi.
So yeah, guys, I think those are the highlights of announcements that we got going on right now. Also Wednesday we are going to have a giveaway from our friends over at
Crafty Gamer.
Gamers.
We met them at Mega because she was dressed like Vexalia, so
Yes.
obviously we met them at Gamer. Yeah. She looked great. They make this candle we're burning right now, the Forest of the Fae, which is delightful.
Yes.
Is one of their new they're giving us a couple of they're donating some candles that are their new scent, Noble House, and
Great.
also a which was the one I considered getting before settling on the two I got. It was real close. And I think some incense diffusers are like that are, I'm pretty like we're meeting tomorrow to exchange the goods and I'll post them on the Instagram. I'm stupid excited.
Great. So check back in Wednesday. We'll have more disasters and danger, and those giveaways will be happening then, or at least we're going to start them then. And then we've got Shadowrun D20 on Friday, Gloomhaven on Saturday. That's about our lineup for this week. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are currently looking dark, but we may get in a bonus Shadowrun Sprawl Ops game, because that is the Kickstarter game I backed about a year ago. It is in. We showed off some things on Friday, so if we get the chance, we might break that open. But we'll see how it goes. Anything else before we jump in, guys?
No.
No? All right, let's do it then. So, our adventure takes place on the continent of Rotem. It is a place dominated by the Albrechtian Empire, formerly known as the Republic of Albrecht. It was founded on a simple idea and the crusade of one man, that the wars of gods should not be fought by men. And so he marched across the land and tamed or killed all of the wild gods, unifying them into a singular republic, now imperial pantheon. Our heroes are members of a revolutionary group who have discovered a grave secret, that Dondorian of the Black Gem, leader of the Rockhawk Legion, bringer of law, queller of chaos, has been replaced by a nefarious organization of doppelgangers, led by a celestial body intent on unbalancing the world. It is known as the lunacy.
Dun, dun, dun.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun.
In order for them to find and rescue the true emperor, they must first rescue the hero with whom he has a sort of magical connection due to the various numbers of times that he was kidnapped as a kid and rescued.
And
It's
ran
a
away.
thing. Yeah, he disappears a lot. They're looking for Hallian Lothar, a hero of the last generation, who currently is being held prisoner in Dreadhold. To do this, they are gathering his former allies, one of which, Portia, the Flamecaller, was recently sent to the Nine Hells by a Rakshasa. Last adventure, our heroes traveled to the fourth level of hell. Thank you. Hey, I remember stuff. Traveled to the fourth level of hell and fought in some gladiator games to fulfill a contract allowing her to escape. And she has recently returned to the prime material plane. There they are about to reunite her with her brother Tybalt. But before we get to that, I think we have a couple of days of downtime for a few of us. Cassandra, Miku / Tempest. Yeah, I think we are up to the 11th of Savages.
I left off on the 6th of Savages. My last day was rescuing Tybalt.
Right.
So first we rescued Tybalt, then we rescued Portia.
I
Everything's
turned him into a
fine.
mouse.
You did.
You
He
did
was
turn
my
him into
little
a
mouse
mouse.
buddy.
I forgot.
He did Ratatouille you all the way to all the way back to the Imperial Hotel. Do we have the date of the last?
Yeah, the
game?
last one did end on the 10th.
On the 10th. So we are, yeah. So you have about 5 days. If we want to call it a week, we can. But is there anything in specific that Miku and or Tempest is getting up to
We're spending the whole time in the hotel.
in Dafford? Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you are staying in the hotel the whole time. Yeah, you guys have paid for that room for 6 months.
Okay. I think I would probably, when no one was really paying attention, go out kind of into the town and just sort of ask around, not directly, but if anyone has heard of Venom's Bite in that area.
Okay, sure. Make me let's do it as a carousing check. We'll call it probably 100 gold pieces as you buy people drinks and things like that. Make me a persuasion check.
It's really advanced for me.
Yeah, that is. She learned how to buy people things.
Was it persuasion?
Yes.
Not great.
Not great.
It's
Okay.
a 7.
A 7.
She still doesn't understand the concept of money.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
so,
fair.
So yeah, she probably doesn't pay for quite as many things as she thought she was, but
Mm-hmm.
she had made the effort.
Mm-hmm.
What I can tell you is that the people around here, Venom's Bite is fairly obscure. So
Yeah, I can think so.
it is not something that they are familiar with. They do try to take you to like some snake oil salesmen. They try to take you to a guy that does like, I don't know, leather boots or something. Like,
She's making friends with all of them. You do.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She's leaving behind a
absolutely.
trail of friends.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, a trail of friendship.
Yeah.
And
But with a 7 on persuasion, I will say that they are, let's call them acquaintances. They may not eagerly hang out with Miku next time. There was a lot of hugging involved, and they were somewhat off-board by it. Exactly.
all right, there's the time I just want to spend with Tybalt.
Okay.
Just making him feel comfortable,
Okay.
making him food, giving him spa treatments,
Oh, okay.
Blood masks.
Nice. Absolutely. I apologize, guys.
You're good.
So, our new friends. Dafford is sort of a central hub city in the western part of the continent. As far as like longitude goes, think DC, North Virginia, right? Southern France, kind of around there. It is fall. It is late fall. So the weather has turned. Most of the leaves have fallen. You've probably had some overnight frosts and some early snows. But you all are coming to Dafford, probably to make contact with one of these allies that knows you at least as individuals, or perhaps through some previous adventure, finds you as trustworthy individuals that they can rely on for assistance and aid. I will give you the choice of who you think your characters would probably know more. There is Tybalt, who is a tiefling rogue. He is a social gentleman, usually very well dressed, charismatic, but very. He is a dashing rogue, if there were such a thing.
Dashing tiefling.
Dashing. and new best mouse friend. He has for the past few months, probably 6 or more, and this may have been the time in which you guys ran into him. He's been on a search for his sister, who is a known mage and hero in her own right throughout the lands. So he is also a highly suspect and somewhat reserved person when you guys know him, if that's who you choose. The other individual that you may know is, I would say, Animus, who is a cleric of the Imperial Pantheon, a hero in his own right, and who has done and is a known, is wanted for treason within the Empire.
That's what all the cool kids are doing. Treason.
It's what's in.
That's what we're doing. Treason.
So yeah, just to let you know, you're jumping on the treason train.
Cool.
That lines in more with a
Treason.
bachelor's than you realize.
Glad to hear it.
See, when it accidentally works and then you can weave it in later, that's why he always lets you get a couple sessions under your belt before he like makes you nail down stuff.
So Animus is a fairly powerful cleric. He has a large he is upper level as far as what most people experience. So
He's the one who keeps bringing us back. Like,
when he can,
Yeah.
he's not always successful.
Yeah.
But he does attempt to be so. He would have adventured with Portia, the sister, in their youths. So, which of those sounds more like your cup of tea?
I follow you. You're the employee.
oh my gosh, is he your hired muscle? Yes.
Wonderful. So, you guys have arrived in Dafford at the behest of Tybalt. And you had probably been contacted before they had arrived to find and or assist him or rescue him in any way. You have been traveling around the city, sort of very quietly looking for him. I would like you guys to both roll me investigation checks.
So that's... Here you go.
Is it mine?
Yeah, that's yours.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
19 from me, no modifier.
22 for me.
Wonderful. All right. So roll me a D4.
Both of us are just one.
Yeah, both. Is fine.
4.
Four.
4. Okay. Because you guys rolled doubles, I'll go ahead and shorten that for you. Instead of 8, we'll call it 4 days. So you guys have been in town for about 4 days. Okay. You have probably taken up residence in the Foolhardy Romance, which is the name of a
Sex tape.
yes. That's
How did you know?
It is definitely the name of your sex tape. But in addition to being the name of your sex tape, it is a inn that you guys are staying in. And you have been able to, you recognize sort of the places that Tybalt 1 might stay, also where he might leave word or names that he might use. And so you've been in town for a few days, you got the lay of the land, and you've recently left some dead drops for him to respond to. And late last night, you did receive a response. So he would like to meet with you guys on the morning of the 10th. He sets a place in the Temple District outside of the temple to Sathsa. And all of it is sort of written in code, some modified form of thieves' cant. But you understand at least a rudimentary amount of in order to pick up those informations. So the morning arrives, and it is, again, cool, late fall. The high walls of the city do a fair amount to block the initial blast of air that rips through it, but the grid of roads does also sort of wind funnel the climate through here. I would like you guys to make perception checks.
Do you want to get that?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
2.
Okay.
Wait.
The dice gave us the dice.
6.
Away.
Never
What's the
rolled good
difference?
on.
Brihanna, you, as you are in the area, recognize one across from the temple of Sathsa, who's the goddess of the sea and secrets. in the graveyard where the temple to Riberos is, who is the god of the afterlife and the one that sees people receive their due fates and punishments or boons post-death. His temple grounds are largely a graveyard, filled with mausoleums and headstones and things like that. And as such, it is a bit overrun with fallen leaves. And in and amongst the brothers working the garden, you probably see two of them. One of them you do recognize as being Tybalt's height and stature, and you suspect that it is him.
Okay.
And what would you like to do?
Tell him first of all, because I think he's clueless.
What? He's here?
I believe he's really there.
Do you want me to...
We'll just go over and.
Should I?
Okay. As you guys make your way over, the gentleman that you see sort of hood up, hunched not in a old or worn way, but in the hunch of somebody sweeping and raking, and sort of casually works his way around to the other side of the headstone so that he can catch a glimpse of you as you approach.
I want to be clear, Miku would be with him. If it's Tybalt, she would not have let him out of her sight.
Wonderful. Do me a favor. Make me a perception check.
Tiny bark addicted shadow.
God, fuck this dice.
Except
Use
for
the
that one
perception.
time you lost him in the market.
12.
This
Well,
is
okay.
the time.
But I would have taken B shape.
Okay.
And if we're over by Riberos, it would be as a black wolf.
Make me an investigation check.
Okay. Good dice.
Dice jail.
Fuck these dice too!
You're not meant to be with him
That's a 5.
A
for
five.
this scene.
Oh no, I moon again.
Oh.
No! Every time she goes, oh well.
We have a moon.
So, you, Tybalt had snuck out at some point.
Oh,
and
wait,
you-
hold on.
Yeah? Go ahead.
What do I have?
It's on perception, not investigation.
I have advantage.
On
perception.
not
Yeah.
investigation.
Oh, okay. What about the perception check there, Bob?
Well, the perception check was for him to sneak past you at the hotel. The
Yes.
investigation check was for you to find him.
Attaboy.
Okay, well, Moon's checking. She's trying to find him.
Yeah. I will say, as you guys are walking up to the temple, you see very happily and faster than could reasonably look in an area, like running down the street, you see this large black wolf that is just like the best boy happy.
Oh,
Yeah, just kind of tongue out, but like
Oh, retconning. I would have checked on my best doggy boys
okay.
to make
Yeah.
sure. they
Oh
were
no. Yes, of course. We have all assumed.
My
that-
dog was
yes.
always.
We've all known that you were checking on the pack.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
That was
Oh yeah,
never in question.
Okay, good.
we
Yeah.
got you.
So Moon.
So
Just
so
Full
Moon
around the
goes
town.
like running by, just doing like laps around the town. That you're like and then it just
She
goes.
thinks that Tybalt is with her. She's like, we're gonna do laps. Whoosh. Let me show you the town and get your mind off things.
That's
Oh, do we have a Lenny?
No.
So he sort of circles around. You guys, he makes eye contact with you, and sees that you guys have arrived. That you were able to make it. He doesn't say much. He just sort of looks up and gives you an appreciative smile, and he stops for a few more. He continues to rake for a few minutes, sort of. Stops and looks at a gravestone with you for a few minutes, and there's some small talk of burial costs, which typical conversation for this place. And once the other brother of the temple has sort of worked his way onto the other side. He puts the rake down and flips his robe, his
Hood.
Thank you, his cloak, and flips it around so that it has a much nicer sort of reddish velvet.
Reversible cowl. What? I love Tybalt so much.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And once he puts that back together, I'm glad you've made it, my friends. I hope you wouldn't mind joining me for a few more minutes. We can have breakfast. I don't know that I have the currency to get you into my establishment. However, we could dine someplace nearby.
Of course.
Breakfast. Lead the way.
Of course. He sort of begins to take you guys down a few of the roads. There are some bakeries and things. Begins to stop at. Go ahead and make another investigation check.
Nat 20.
Hey, she's realized
Yes.
something is wrong.
Very casually, like it had always meant to be there. As you guys are walking down the road, that large wolf that you had seen sort of scurry by comes over and just kind of nudges its head up under Tybalt's hand, who looks down and gives it an absent-minded pet and sort of ear scratch.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yours?
A friend.
May I pet?
Yeah, I will defer to.
We've talked about this.
She's gonna look up at Tybalt first.
He'll give you a nod.
Okay, she's gonna go over and push really hard in your leg.
Okay.
What do you look like?
I'm a Goliath.
Yeah, let's see what you look like.
Describe yourself.
I am basic Goliath, no hair, no beard, gray skin, brown eyes, got a few tattoos going down the arms, few tattoos across the head. Just very average looking Goliath.
I'm just a little older looking gnome. My hair is just starting to gray. It was blonde, but now it's turning a little more silver than it once was. A little on the chubbier side, coming up to what, your knee?
Don't do that.
Oh no, I love her.
Oh yeah, she's gonna push hard into you.
Oh, don't knock over the gnome.
She's on her back. We have stopped at this point.
This is the adventure now.
Legs just like that. Okay.
Precious.
She's
Yes.
gonna look up at Tybalt like, I'm sorry. I'm gonna get back up and go under his hand.
I'm sorry. I did this.
So you guys make your way over. You enjoy a breakfast. He's probably a bit thinner than when you saw him last. Looks like he's been through. It's probably been a couple of hard months. But he is by no means pale, nor does he seem weak at the moment.
His skin looks great.
Yes, he has been through many skin treatments of recent days.
Hang on, I'm trying to find this part.
Oh yeah, we do have some wonderful art for Tybalt. So
My angsty boy.
Yes, he is. He is wonderfully angsty.
Aw.
I love him so
That's
much.
great.
I love him so much. He's gonna be out here judging
There we
us.
go. So, let's look at our other friends for a moment. You guys have, in your last moments in the
Hells.
9 hells, Animus is able to successfully cast plane shift. Now you have the clock.
Yeah, you said that if we use it, it could damage it.
Potentially. Yes.
So I think we opted to not because there's more important Feywild shit going on
Mm-hmm.
that has to be with a bigger dude who needs it to work. So I'm gonna continue to be afraid of the Crow King and deal with the hells, and hope that we're good.
Good. do me a favor. I would like both of you to make wisdom saving throws.
Shit. And I've used up all my luck. I reset it for this game, but it's not there.
Oh, I got a 1, but
Oh,
can I reroll
God.
that?
You are yes.
Okay.
You are halfway.
6.
Oh, 13.
I'm out.
Okay.
I go crazy upon return and roll a new character.
I have a question.
Yes.
Would the beacon still be up?
Oh my
Would we
God.
get advantage?
Oh my God, it was. Beacon was
Because
up
it
when we
was
left.
at the end. I still had like 2 rounds
Sure.
left. Okay, cool.
Pick a d20.
Oh, me?
It's your beacon. Okay.
Yeah, 14.
7. But you gave me 1 extra
There you
point.
That might matter.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Okay, bye. It was nice.
Not meeting your kid.
You guys plane shift back to the prime material plane, just outside of Dafford. It seems to be sort of the closest that he could get. The Imperial itself is warded against such events. And with the Magic College, it creates a, let's call it a busy cell area. So best place you could get a good signal is outside.
I love that.
Of the town.
The magic is too crowded in the town for people to apparate and disapparate.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But in some ways, it's just very difficult. So he chose a location that he was more certain of.
How much do I remember?
You remember everything.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's not an issue
Okay.
for you. I will let you know what is important right here. In just a moment.
1 fear.
Hmm. Okay. You guys begin to make your way into the city, and as you do, you are stopped on the outskirts for the entrance. There are some sleepy guards. Looks like they're about to do sort of a shift change. It is early morning, by the way. It's about 7 a.m. You guys had shifted late last night, and with a few hours and then a little time dilation, you're back early on the 11th. I know I said 10th. You're meeting on the 11th.
Yes.
You guys recognize the individual. He takes down your names and then it allows you to pass. What would you guys like to do? You have Portia with you. Animus is holding her up. She seems to have been through a lot of hit point drain. As far her maximum hit points are definitely lower. She just looks weaker. And as you guys had seen in the Nine Hells, she has those blue veins of arcane dust that have been sort of bleeding in and through her skin. And underneath them, Animus has her underarm as they are walking up. Your other friends are around. They're eager to get back to their normal day. Okay. Anything in specific you guys would like?
Going to choose right now to go against my better judgment and trust my gut for a moment. Portia, I know you said you can't tell us anything, but is there any reason that we should suspect Tybalt is not who or what he says he is? Because your behavior toward him does not seem like the Tybalt and Portia I've heard stories about my whole life. So which one of you is lying to us?
I can't talk about that.
So we're going to go see Tybalt then. I was gonna give her a chance to like, and so Animus, shall we?
Of course. This way, please. You guys begin to head to the Imperial?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. My brunch buddies, my breakfast team.
Breakfast club.
Breakfast club.
Right there.
I would like you guys to make perception checks, please.
Mimosas.
Fine, let's
Leather
No,
goods.
yours is a plus 5.
Oh, plus 5.
Yeah.
15.
No, sorry, plus 2.
Oh, wait.
Perception.
Well, what kind of perception check is it?
If you're a solo wolf, I'll give you advantage.
I
Yeah.
have a plus 4.
Yeah,
I'm moving
15.
yours.
Okay.
Smell us up
Fucking
here.
index. Oh, 17 plus 4. 21.
21. Okay. As you guys are making your way down the road, you two are able to. You see the group. You kind of recognize Portia, at least from description. They are not twins, but they are clearly related. They have some similar features.
She have the nose.
No, the nose is very much.
Very his.
Yeah, that's a post-birth nose break.
Do they
That's a
have the
thing.
eyes?
Yeah, the eyes and the horns hold
Streak.
a similar
Head,
similar
shoulders,
shape.
the knees, the
Yeah.
toes.
Yes. Knees and toes. Knees and toes.
Thank you.
Toes.
Thank you for your homage.
So you recognize her as at least having a shot. It's like, hey, that kind of. She looks like you. Is that her? You guys related? You're having that moment. You can smell because you went with advantage. You can smell your friends. You can smell Yvonne. You smell Ruby. You smell Animus. There's somebody else with them. They all also have this thick sort of stench of sulfur on them and like rotten egg sort of. It's gross. It is.
Would you say it is hellish? Hey.
Sure, if you'd like.
I
I'm
would.
gonna start running up to Ruby
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of smell it and kind of back off and then look at Portia and just kind of growl a little bit uncertainly.
Okay. Yeah, she is. So we're gonna say they're about 120 feet away. So you how far do you want to go?
Till I'm close and close.
20 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, with the dog nose at
Yeah.
20 feet, that smell is probably
Yeah.
probably as close as you would want to get.
Mhm.
Let's go with that.
Okay.
Can I message her? Miku?
Yeah.
Is it Miku? Okay.
We assume at this point any
Yeah.
overly friendly animal
Yeah, I
might just
assume.
be Nico.
Yeah.
Like wasting my 20.
So yeah, you guys have that message. You guys watch as the wolf sort of bounds off. Tybalt, do you say anything to him or?
I would like to, because I have message as well. Can I just whisper into my hand
Mhm.
to her? I think
Yeah.
that's might be eyes front on the tiefling there.
Yeah, you see her, at a distance, a little fog in the morning, but not enough to obscure the view of them by any means. You do see the wolf stop.
Mhm.
She doesn't go all the way up to them the way she did with Tybalt
But we smell
by
bad.
any means. And she is friendly. They don't know you smell at this
No, I
distance,
know.
but
We don't have those cartoon stink lines going off of us.
no.
Man,
no.
those would be so much easier in real life.
Tybalt kind of clues in on that you guys are saying something, but you don't get the feeling that he either heard you or noticed what you were talking about. He's kind of lost in his he's got the ciabatta, the chunk of bread that he had for breakfast. He's eaten the meat out of it. Now he's just slowly tearing at the crust and dipping it in his tea and eating it and eating that. So he seems kind of engrossed in what he is doing. What are any of you guys doing?
I'm
Just continuing on?
yeah, if I notice that it's Miku, we found her, we'll have to find Tybalt, if you've seen him, because I know her, she glues herself to people. Go find Tybalt.
Well,
Who's gonna go?
I'm gonna look at her, at Portia, and just kind of like put my ears back a little and whine,
I
and
know,
then look at you.
but at the moment, we've got to at least try and trust her. We had to save her life, dragging her out of the actual hells, darling. You don't have to take an eye off of her, but I at least need to reunite the two of them and get some answers, or at least let them know each other is alive.
She's gonna do the dog like chuff thing with like, and then she, yeah, that. Thank you. I have Nature's Valley in my teeth. And she's gonna
I'm
back
sure she
all
could
the
help
way.
with your gardening.
She's gonna back all the way back down to her table without.
You're gonna turn around or
No, not
back
taking
up?
the light. She's just.
She'll probably bump into things getting there, but she's
Sure.
not taking her
Don't-
eyes off of it.
Make a.
I did tell her she didn't have to take her eyes off of her. I appreciate
You know
it.
she takes
ran
things
with
really.
it.
Yeah. she
I
does.
know. I fucked up there. That was on me.
Make a dex save at disadvantage.
Darling,
Wait, can I do it at regular? Because he was just saying he was calling out
Yeah,
directions.
left to the. Yep.
Sure.
It's a camp
I'll do it at
exercise,
regular.
you know, when
Sure.
you've got to walk blindfolded through something, and
Uh,
I always hated
18.
those.
18. You follow directions like a champ.
Yay!
Somehow between the two of you guys, you coordinate both the appropriate lefts and rights.
Accidentally.
And she makes it back without you make it back without bumping into anything.
no more moon.
Yes.
She's gonna back up to his side and kind of like post up
Sure.
next to him.
As go ahead.
Oh, it's just I was gonna bring this person that looks suspiciously like him to his attention.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
The
Goliath
direction calling.
Yeah. barking directions at
Yeah.
Miku
Oh,
has
yeah.
picked his
Oh,
attention.
dear.
He's like, what is happening? I would like all of you to make perception checks. Miku, this one is not at advantage, it's specifically
God,
mine's
visual.
Can't roll tonight.
Yours is too.
21.
Because your wisdom is not very high.
That's a -2, sir.
Oh, that's rough.
She's
Yeah.
not the food.
How
She's
do
in
you
the
have a
bread.
negative?
Because intelligence is -4.
It's wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
well then that's a
21
3.
for you.
Then we're good.
So
And-
she's still not paying attention.
Enough.
That's fine. I was like,
17.
you're a wisdom
This
caster.
was a lot of focusing for her. She's into that bread.
Yes.
Get that.
What did you roll?
21.
21.
17.
17.
21.
21.
9. I am quite distracted, also worried about Miku, and also worried about making sure that Portia doesn't die back there, and waiting to see if Tybalt's going to do something that I probably missed the forest for the trees. He's probably about to run and attack her. I'm like, I sure hope they're okay.
Animus is he seems distracted, making sure that she's up and okay. You guys are watching very intently, specifically you and you. What did you have?
17.
17?
Can I just
Okay. No.
Oh, I had a zesty 3.
Yeah.
You're a puppy. You have an excuse.
Yeah.
Back to movement.
You guys all shift your focus to Tybalt in just a very specific moment, as when he sort of was looking at the dog and he's taking everything in. And maybe he's also a little distracted and he gets a little bite of bread, and you come up to his side. He gives you, sort of a pet, and then
That's why I got the 3.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's the
He
pet.
found the
It's
spot.
the ear spot. Yeah. That was
You
it.
got the ear spot. Yeah. He looks up, and his eyes sort of focus through the haze of the light fog. You can see the troop of, warriors, heroes, absolutely, that you all strike.
Oh.
And you hear him sort of mutter in disbelief, but also in a very positive tone. The type of tone that is of reunion. Portia? And he stands up, and the way that those metal chairs on sidewalks always do, they make that horrendous
Mhm.
scratching noise.
Fall over.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like
Yeah.
that. Knock it over. You have a tail. Like
This chair. Yeah.
Mhm. He stands up, and I would like all of you to roll me a percentile.
I'm very uncomfortable with the fact that I still don't know what my wisdom shit was. That I'm just sitting here.
28.
I'll let you go.
49.
58. Sorry, I thought it was an 85. It was a 58.
50.
Okay.
Oh.
Wait, do you do the percentile first and then the D10?
Yeah.
It's the double number and then the single
Okay.
number.
Yeah.
So 5.
5.
Okay. Yeah, if it was 0, 0, and then a 5, it was 5.
17.
17. Okay. What was the highest among you guys?
58?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
29.
Okay.
I heard 2 in the 20s.
I
and
28.
yeah.
All right. 58 then.
Okay.
Please roll low, I hope. He
Okay.
usually does collectively if any of us roll higher than him on these kinds of
Yeah,
things.
sort of a chance to see sometimes NPC decision making, sometimes just where they're at and what they're doing. So you were my highest.
Yeah.
I would like you to roll 10d10.
Oh, fuck. Fucking fuck. Hold on. I got him.
Yeah,
I'm
I
trying to
don't
get
know
only
what I'm
D10s.
at.
Oh no, I have an army.
Yeah.
I could also grab percentiles and just not read that number, but I'm trying to get all the D10s actually.
Your dice look like Starburst, and I want to get them.
I know.
Every time I
Right.
see her dice.
6.
It looks like a
The
box
yellow
of
and the
Starburst.
pink are the best
Yeah.
ones.
But like
Um,
the pink ones are the best ones.
7,
Exactly.
Everyone knows that.
Yes, obviously.
8, 9.
You know what does worse for me? Not just it's the Starburst jelly beans. Specifically,
yeah.
So good.
those they had them in the green room the other day, and I was just like fighting by the handful, not to.
Wow.
Have you had the nerd jelly beans?
No.
That
Because
sounds
damn.
amazing. That
Oh.
sounds
Damn.
All right,
Just so I know how nervous to be, should I hope for high or low right now?
I don't
You're not
know.
gonna tell me.
Nope.
I don't like you. Oh fuck. Oh god. Okay. 10, 20, 30, 40, 49, 53. That is the fastest math I have ever done because I had a lot of 6s and 4s. So I
Well
could make 10s.
done. 53.
Yeah.
You see, you guys stand and you're looking at Tybalt, judging his reaction, seeing how this reunion is about to go. And in just the slightest of split seconds, you see a flash of blue arcane energy as Portia raises her hand. And you guys that have seen arcane dust used before recognize its participation in whatever spell that she is about to cast. But the magic fizzles from her hand as she redirects the energy instead of probably like a disintegrate ray or finger of death away from Tybalt at the ground. And when it hits the ground, you watch her eyes just roll into the back of her head as her head snaps back. And she has this desperate cry of pain that only leaves her mouth part way. And then her body goes limp. And Animus, who had her arm is over his shoulder. And he watches her. He's watching Tybalt, focused on her, and then when her body starts to go, he turns and catches her, holding her in his arm, and you see this desperate moment of panic on a long-term cleric that has seen death many times, and performed a number of resurrections. And Portia is just limp. Tybalt is on his feet. He is running towards her. What are you guys doing?
Running towards
Yeah, panicking.
Yeah.
Running at her.
Absolutely. You guys are, many of you are you're right there. You know, it's easy to get to her in an instant.
Can I cast heal on her?
You can make me, as a bonus action, make me a medicine check.
25.
Yes.
Heal will not help you. Whatever damage she just took exceeded her maximum hit points, and
I'm sorry.
she is in need of resurrection at this point.
Can I cast Revivify on her?
You absolutely may attempt to do so, and the way that this works is for all of my PCs and NPCs, every time that they touch death, the difficulty class for death saving throws increases.
Okay.
Revivify is a ability check, similar to the way a like dispel magic or counterspell would be. So it is your or wait, hold on. It's not an ability check; it's a flat roll.
No, we said that all of them allowed you to add the modifier, and we've been doing it wrong. You're supposed to be able to add the right?
There's no modifier. It's if you're rolling your death
yes.
save.
Okay, got it.
Right.
You can use things like
Yes.
luck and con saves and whatever. Yeah,
Absolutely. You can use
Okay,
luck and
got it.
inspiration on this. So
I would like to. Oh shit! I gave my last inspiration.
Yep.
To Animus to get us out.
Yep.
I have nothing.
So I'm sorry, it is a roll on Revivify? Or
yes, for our game, for my house rules.
okay.
As the rules as written, it is not.
Yes.
Okay.
But for this specifically,
Okay.
if you have Revivify prepared,
Uh-huh.
you can assist her.
Okay, great. Yes.
Please.
So do you have the spell slot to cast Revivify as well?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you guys are going to team up. You're going to both burn the hit points. The gold and the spell slot.
Yep. I'll pay. I'll burn the gold. Like I don't care. Like,
you can both roll as you attempt to together cast this immediate Revivify.
Sorry, we're just adding wisdom or spellcasting
we are
modifier.
looking for a flat roll DC of 16.
Ooh,
No, I got an 8.
I got 10.
Okay. Animus sees the spell, and as you guys both sort of grab her and lay your hands onto her, you feel this pulse of energy that sort of holds it at bay. Your magic, just like a magnet, never quite touches her, never quite reaches her. And you see Animus look at you both, and she's in the grip of Ribaros's whip now. Please, we have to get her inside. We'll set up the ritual quickly.
Go.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
We go.
Grab her, and if I can, because I have protection from good and evil, can I try to search my knowledge to see if that would be of effect on her right now?
No.
Okay.
So that is that energy feeling is just sort of a flavor of how that doesn't go through.
Okay.
So you guys begin
Pick her up.
rushing inside. Tybalt is beside himself. And he and Animus are running side by side, and Tybalt is yelling at him. He is panicked, and he is, one, begging for help, but two, just very asking what needs to be done.
Can I try and keep Tybalt calm since I have
Someone
nothing?
needs to.
I have nothing else to offer, so I'm just going to tell him the stories of how bravely she was fighting in the hells, and I'm just gonna talk at him about she made it through this, that she can make it through this. She is not done yet. She didn't fight all this way to give up here.
Okay. Make me a persuasion check.
Can I assist? Because I'm gonna be.
Because you're puppying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
giving him those doggo eyes.
Yeah, absolutely. Please.
What is this?
Persuasion.
Oh, that's better. Okay,
So,
okay.
actually, Miku, you're going to give her advantage.
Yeah, I rolled twice. Yeah.
Okay.
I got it. So persuasion.
Yeah, persuasion.
Ooh, 12 plus 24.
Nice.
Charisma.
Okay. Tybalt is looking at you. You get the feeling he's not actually listening to the words that you're saying, but he is focusing on something else.
Yeah.
Um,
That's all right. I need
And-
him to just
yeah.
look in my eyes. You don't have to hear my words.
And yeah, every few moments his focus wants to shift and kind of see what's happening, what's going on.
Whenever I see him do that, I kind of jump up with my paws on him and lick his face and like press him in.
Perfect.
Yeah, keep licking him. Can I put away these horrid D10s that killed my NPC friend? And then can I go drink?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
You guys, do you have coins for them?
Yes. Fucking yes. However much it needs to be.
It is a blood coin apiece.
Oh, then yes, we do. Yeah, we have
Okay.
blood coins.
Yeah.
Blood coins to spare. Blood coins for the blood god. Thank you.
It's in here somewhere.
Mhm.
I think it's under the.
We have 15 each.
15, yes.
Okay. So check it down to 13. Before you guys go running into what looks like a kind of just ramshackle kind of place. Doesn't look like they're all beelining it for like this is the hospital. But you're like, that's kind of ugly. Is it who is going to give them to them?
Me.
Oh yeah, you.
Yeah, got
well,
it.
you're calming to
Okay.
and Madeline or one of the
One of
other
the
people
others
that
who've
were
come
at
in, yeah.
last week. They press into your palms a slightly larger gold coin. Looks like a rose gold or sort of has a reddish tint to it. Intricately etched. It is, you're a cleric, so you can make a religion check if you like.
Sure.
I'm gonna pull up here. +1.
14.
14. You're not 100%. You know that has something to do with Sathrios, but it is very quickly explained to you. And once you have the coins in your hand, you see that the hallucinatory terrain that is over this this hotel, sort of fades away, and it is much more than what it seems. And they have gone running inside. And with that coin, you do sort of recognize an emblem. You think it's Sathrian, the deity of passage between life and death. And you guys begin to step inside. Inside, it is extremely well furnished, and there is a concierge, or at least there would be had he not been immediately bombarded with requests and orders. You all make your way inside, those of you dealing with Tybalt, much like an anxious family member in the
Waiting room.
of a hospital. In one of the side rooms, you guys set up a ritual circle. There's a table specifically set for it. It has many of the runes already inscribed. This room is for this purpose. And being that these are devotees of Sathrios themselves, they have a connection with death. Candles, incense, arcane dust are all brought about, and within an hour or so, the stage is set. Tybalt is on the outside, freaking out at how long it is taking. I would like you guys to make another persuasion check. You can roll
Advantage
as
again,
well.
or just 2 separate ones?
We'll do 2 separate ones. This time, please.
Oh yeah. 30.
What is this?
Persuasion.
Which
It's a charisma based skill.
I'm trying to figure out what with
The wolf.
the wolf. Yeah.
Ah, yes.
So it's persuasion. So that is a 12.
12. Okay. Again, between the two of you, anytime that her words or
Me being a good doggo.
yeah, absolutely. You've
Look at this
probably-
face. Look at the little. Look at the. I'm
You'll have
look
to
at
use
this
another
face.
You'll have to use another wild shape to stay in dog form.
That's fine.
But
I get
yeah.
2 in a row.
Yeah. And
Those-
yeah,
Them over there not realizing it's a druid, just suddenly it's a human or a humanoid for a second, and then a dog again. Like
oh, there.
they
yeah.
just thought it was a wolf. Like
My focus is on the person
Yeah.
dying.
I'm saying, if
His
you've been
focus
shunted
is-
out of the way, yeah.
I want to paint the picture though. She's kind of holding my face up. It's squished and my tongue's sticking out just a little bit. So I'm like,
Blech.
Oh my
Absolutely.
god, that's
As
exactly
huge.
what I do.
And when it is not in that case, I'm betting you're doing the like comfort animal where you're just laying across his lap.
oh
Yeah.
I am
No,
his
you need
thunder
to
shirt.
sit.
Comfort wolf.
Yeah.
See,
I am.
don't you think I need a dog?
Wolf hug.
Wolf hug.
Is that what you think is best?
Stop it! Not in front of the new friends.
Uh-huh. The ritual is set. And
Success.
let us begin this. So, do either of my clerics at the table have raised dead?
Yes.
Yes.
The life and death are both here, by the way, in the
Yeah.
Temple of Rose. I
Okay.
appreciate that visual.
Okay.
There.
Here is what we are going to do. We are going to make a flat roll for, and Animus is assisting as well because he does know the spell, and he is definitely participating. So it's another 500 gold pieces for everybody.
Done. Got it.
In diamonds. The goal is 16. If one of you meets the goal, that's great. Anything above a 10 will contribute a +1 to the highest roll.
Oh, okay.
500?
Yeah. So 1,500 total.
Oh, 1,500 total.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Well, and I've already got like one of the
I got it.
diamonds for it, so could take
Got it.
500 out.
No, it's okay. Save yours. I'm trying to help.
Mm-hmm.
1,500.
Okay.
No, we're Lord of the Rings now, apparently.
It's very somber. I like it.
Nick is just wolf singing to him.
All right.
Can't see that.
Who would like to go first?
Just scary when you take down the board.
It is really scary when you take down the
it's
board.
terrifying.
It's
Two.
I'll go next.
12.
+1. So he needs a 15 or better.
Is Animus rolling?
Everybody roll me a percentile.
Everyone?
I could have
Yeah.
sworn we could add stuff to these ones for like making the ritual, like persuasion roll or the intimidation roll or whatever.
Yeah,
Like-
I mean, perhaps, but you
Yeah,
guys
but we
are
weird. Well, like, yeah.
outside.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah,
Tybalt, and they don't know her. They don't have a connection to her.
70.
Like, she fought with her in
88.
the hell, so that's why I was thinking maybe she could.
I mean,
77.
perhaps, but she's doing the thing.
88.
55.
55. Okay.
3.
3. Yep. So 4 of the 5 of you rolled over his 53.
Oh.
So what Animus is going to do, he is feeling the ritual happen and it take place, and he is feeling the struggle. And he knew that this was always a possibility. I mean, she's done this at least 5-6 times that they've been through this. Yeah. With the DC up at 16.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And he's probably been at every one of her resurrections. He looks at the body as you guys are performing the incantations, and you feel his presence sort of dip away for just a moment, and he loses focus briefly, and then as your eyes are closed and you continue to chant, there's a distinct smell on the air, a sort of ozone-like ether that is recognizable as he LeBron James's arcane dust into the room.
Oh, shit.
And sort of brings his hands covered in that blue sand like powder up to his face. You hear him inhale deeply, and then he turns his hands back out and re-begins the ritual. So I'm gonna give him advantage for that. Terrible decision.
If you OD on arcane dust, it kills you. We had our Warforged explode from mainlining it. Like,
well, yeah. I mean, he took like 10 pounds. Was like,
To be fair, it was to kill a dragon, and it was the most amazing way to go out in the world.
Yeah. He straight up Scarface.
It was amazing. Oh god, I hate this. I hate this. Snowshoes.
There you go.
There we go.
Comfort Cthulhu.
2 19s.
It was meant to be.
Not today.
Oh god.
What do we say to the god of death?
Not today.
Not today.
No. What do we say to the god of death? I'm gonna eat this arcane dust. Now, not today.
Hold my arcane dust. Animus extends his hands, the area glowing with the blue haze of the arcane dust, small sparks bouncing between them, and he concentrates. You all feel this surge of divine energy, something that stretches beyond a singular deity. As it reaches out, it presses past the veil of death, and those clerics that are in the room, you can see wrapped around her torso, her arms, her neck, this long sort of leathery tendril of multiple web strings. You would recognize it. Well, you may not. Others of you may, as the whip of Riberos. That the god of death does not easily give up those who have entered his lands. And you can count the number of lashes that hold her as the number of times that she has passed. And yes,
Keep going.
and with that surge of energy, you watch them burn away in the light like ashes as they sort of drift away. there's a moment, a fearful moment, where the whip has left her and the divine energy has subsided, and it is all too quiet. And then you hear the deep breath.
The whole table breathes. All of us did. We're all
As Portia struggles to sit up, you two clerics can look around. Animus's eyes have gone blue, that are normally a deep brown, and he looks like he is about, for an ebony-skinned individual, somebody who has very short hair, older. Think
Idris Elba.
Idris Elba or the human Tyrael from Diablo. He leans forward and sort of catches himself on the altar. And before the two of them pass out, she looks at Animus, grateful, afraid, sorry, and just in sort of a plead as her red and nearly purple as it is, you see her red skin through the blue of the arcane dust. She sort of reaches over a hand to him. Tybalt, is he all right? Yes. I have to get him far from me. Far from here. Of course. As soon as I wake up. And he just sort of, he starts to fade out. And she tries to follow with him. And they both pass out. The concierge and whatever guests and workers of the Imperial. Oh man, that was a lot for breakfast. Okay, let's we'll get them to their room. You should deliver the news. I know the boy is most upset. We'll see them upstairs, and they sort of bring. They have like Tensor's floating disc to kind of load them on and gurney them up to their room. What would you guys like to do?
And then she kept cold touching, chill touching, and it took so long, but it was wonderful when it worked. And it was just, I'm still relaying the and then,
sorry to interrupt, but she's alive.
Yeah, I was running out of parts of that story.
There's something wrong with her where she said she had to stay far away from you.
I don't understand.
Well, didn't you say last time you tried to see her, she attacked you?
Yes.
It looked like this time the same thing happened.
I don't...
Tybalt, you have to tell us everything you know.
I've told you everything I know. If I knew more, I would explain.
Did anything else happen? You came here looking for her.
Of course. I've been halfway around the Empire looking for her.
Have you told people you were looking for her? Is it possible that they put something inside her that is our enemies trying to kill you through her? Because that's definitely what it fucking looks like at this point.
I mean, anything is possible. There's no telling what magical secrets that the Magnus has performed on her. I'm not the mage here. She is.
I know. She's all right, though.
Yes.
As Animus.
Yes, they both, Animus inhaled some arcane dust.
We are a bad influence on him.
Yeah.
Good, excellent.
So they're both passed out.
And probably will be for a couple of days. With the amount that she took, she may be unconscious. She may be semi-comatose for like a month and a half. I should
clerics, roll me a Arcana check.
I should let the gentleman know we've retrieved his teacher.
Well, actually, you both know the spell of Raise Dead, right?
Yeah.
So you know that with her coming back, she's at a -4 penalty to everything.
For a minute.
So she needs to rest for at least 4 days.
Okay.
I should
So,
go tell the gentleman that she's alive and well, so he doesn't try and arrest us if he sees us in town.
he may try to arrest us anyway. What? Who?
We did a deal to go get her. How much did we tell him everything that happened in the? I feel like we told him everything that happened in the school with the Rakshasa.
That is up to you. You tell me.
I think we said that
We said that there were some
encountered people
problems.
that we thought were kidnapped.
Listen, I'm not quite sure what's happening, but it seems to me twice in a row now she has tried to kill you upon sight, and not by choice. Someone or something is working through her. We know that the Archmage bitch had her.
Alvida.
Alvida had her.
Yes.
In prison, had her staff, had a lot of things. I doubt she's let her go far, and I doubt they let her come and work here without keeping an eye on her. It seems to me, just putting pieces together, that she may be under contract to work for them in exchange for partial freedom, our lives, your life. But if you come near her and you try to interfere with whatever they're doing, whether she wants to or not, she's going to keep trying to kill you, and one of these days she's going to succeed. So,
But you need her.
we do, but
So she's no good to us like this.
she's not. But I think you helping us get her out of it is not a good idea.
Well, I'm not just going to sit by.
I know you're not. And should we need to break into the school again, more subtly, maybe you could help with that, but not while she's there. She's going to be out for a couple of days. If you want to do any research,
She's here with us now.
she is. But you can't see her.
Then let's go to the school while she's here. Whoever is there, whoever's in charge might know. I don't know. I'm no mage. Any of you? I know you're clerics and a druid, but this goes beyond simple spells.
It does.
Well, tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I know we don't have any leverage with the headmaster,
However-
but maybe he has answers.
However, we have seen it before.
When have you seen this?
In jail in Asai, there was a gentleman who didn't like to interact with people directly, and so he possessed his peons. This looks like a smaller version of whatever Keegan was doing.
Pomegranate guy.
Yes, a dragon fruit guy. No, pomegranate. Yes, pomegranate. You're right.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Dragon
Wait,
Fruit was the other one. This seems like a very specific trigger, but she doesn't appear to be herself when she's trying to attack you. From the looks of it, she almost killed you earlier and managed to avoid it. But if she says you're not safe,
But if she didn't, I mean, she resisted the effect, but
took a lot out of her.
that's...
It may be only because she was in a different plane for so long, the grasp was tenuous. But she's back now, so we have a couple of options. We can leave her be to trust whatever she's doing and ask her to come find us when she's done, although that seems risky. Or we can, after some of us get some sleep, we get some of that arcane dust to snort and get us back on track. We can go back to school, try and find whatever this is holding her hostage and destroy it while she's out. While she's unconscious. There's possibly less risk of it damaging her, whatever this connection is. While she is out, we have 4 days.
All right. Then let's act quickly
All right.
and figure something out in those 4 days. I don't want to turn her over
I don't either.
just to see this get worse.
I don't either, but I think we either have to hide completely from the headmaster so he doesn't know that we're back with her. Or we have to find a reason to tell him we are healing her, we are taking care of her, you will get her back when she's awake.
He'll still arrest us.
Then let's hide. I need to sleep for a night and then we can go in tomorrow. Is that all right?
Yes, sleep. Sleep is good.
And you're not going to do anything stupid while I'm asleep.
Not yet. Get your rest, everyone. And we'll be about the city the way we normally are, but I'd like to... We'll devise a plan as soon as possible.
Good.
For what to do next.
Good.
I apologize. I hadn't the opportunity to make introductions.
I haven't actually met these two
Um,
either. I'm sorry. Hello. Yes.
This is Rahana.
But most call me Tiny Mama.
Oh, I love you. Good. And this tall thing.
Ryan.
You are
Greetings.
just gigantic.
Thank you.
I have a friend you might like to sprawl with.
Brianna, Ryan. Allow me to introduce Yvonne.
Hello.
Would you like to describe Yvonne?
Yes,
for
I
our
would.
new
Captain
friends,
Captain
please?
Yvonne. She is about 5'2", but thick. She thick with 2 C's. Big red hair. It used to be all up, and now she's sort of let it go. It's big Merida hair. Half up in the back though. And there's tiny little. They look like little silver flowers, but upon closer inspection, you can tell they're actually tiny little silver shuriken. Yeah, yes, exactly. Fun story background about that later. I appreciated it. She is wearing she's wearing leather, like studded leather armor, but it is in shades of like deep blues and grays and purples instead of classic black. Like deep peacock colors, and sort of with some pirate stylizing. So she has the headband around a little bit, halfway woven into the hair. She's got like a compass hanging now from the belt. It's very rogue pirate. If you can mix those two, but barred for the coloring. A cape and boots that have a wing pattern, a feather pattern up the sides. Tall knee-high boots. And yeah, little small, angry. Happy to be your friend. We'll kill you in a heartbeat. Not you two. You all seem fine. We're good. That headmaster. I will pretend to be his friend and then I will kill him dead.
And this is Ruby.
Hi, it was good casting spells with you. She's a halfling and she's 3'2". The first thing you would notice is she has like a huge crescent scythe that's like on her back that looks like a Grim Reaper would carry, but it's like ridiculously big compared to her. And then she has like a staff of withering with a gnarled hand on it. And she has a red skull around her neck, and she has cloak of protection and like kind of wild flame red hair. And that's most of it. And then she has half plate on, so, and she's very eager and excited.
Are you still a dog?
And this, Miku, would you like to say hello?
So the wolf kind of backs up and shakes out of it, and Miku stands up. She's about 5'6". She's light blue skin with swirling white patterns on it, with bright white hair that she tries to keep kind of up in a high braid or ponytail. She's got pointed ears, bright blue eyes. She is, there's always a gentle breeze blowing around her. She's wearing kind of like a bandeau and hair and pants kind of situation. She has a very thick silver cuff with a mysterious rune on it. She's got a bunch of stabs in the back, kind of fanning out like Mistigan a little bit. What else? She's got little satchels and stuff that she keeps her things in, a scimitar. I think that's it.
No, I
Much
feel
better
like
than ours was, yeah.
I feel like I've underdescribed Ryan.
Whenever you are ready for more description, you let us know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can come up with something on the spot if you want.
That is up to you.
Paint
It
us a
is-
word picture.
Miku
So-
makes a beeline for little one. She gonna pick you up.
Oh,
She gonna snuggle.
oh, well,
So-
I do enjoy a hug here and there. You're delightful.
She's not gonna say it.
So Ryan is around 7'1". He wears chainmail, just regular chainmail. It does look like it was painted a sort of green and brown at one point, but that was a long time ago. It's very faded, and carries 2 tridents across his back and a shield strapped to his arm.
Nice.
Very
I
cool.
can't add to mine. I'm no good.
All right.
I'm trying to no budget.
Oh, and she also has a shield that has the name Asphyxia carved in the back of it.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
So, is there any business that you guys have to do before you take a long rest? I know you guys don't need a long rest.
Pass the fuck out.
Those two very much.
Yeah.
We are so tapped out. I've burned through everything I have. I will go on this wild arcane dust ride if we have to, but it's not going to go great.
Getting a
let me
spa treatment
tell ya.
tonight.
While they rest, you guys are welcome to explore the city, or if there's anything that you would like to accomplish during that daytime.
Do you mind if we check in on the undead lady? I did not catch her name.
Oh, the one we brought in?
Yes,
I don't believe
I-
she's undead, dear.
but she was dead and
yes,
yet not
but
dead.
I believe she's just living again.
Semantics.
If they'll let us, sure, but I don't want to disturb.
Yes, yes, if we can.
Yeah, absolutely. You
I'd say undead works for anyone who has been dead at some point. That's more
I
fun.
just-
you guys, yeah,
Bad
you can look in on Portia. She is if you're doing it just sort of shortly after this meeting, she's definitely asleep.
Yeah, that's what I want.
We
She
want
and
her to be.
Animus both are. They've been brought up to the rooms. The rooms are relatively spacious. They do have, I think they can sleep up to 4 in a room. So they have their own beds, probably, twin size. And
Like to genuinely request that sleepy time tea just constantly be delivered to them, that they are just constantly put in a state of magical sleep. Because genuinely, I am concerned as Yvonne and Caitlin that if we disrupt some mental connection while she's awake, it could fuck with her when she's healing. I just want her to stay asleep. Like, if she can just be asleep, that'd be great. I'm scared to ask her anything in case they're watching now, and because she keeps on saying, I can't talk to you about it. So,
Do you say this to?
yes, I do. And as I am drudging myself. Oh, and also don't forget, and make sure that and don't tell her we're doing anything.
Yeah.
Got it?
Okay. So don't ask her anything while she's awake.
Yes. Yeah. Because I genuinely worry that she, A, will just keep on dead ending us, or B, accidentally tell someone who's scrying what we're doing.
I would like to, once we get into the room, kind of brush hair out of the way. And while I have my hands on her, I would like to cast Detect Thoughts.
Oh my gosh, yes. I think subconscious, yes.
Well, I mean, that would just be whatever's rolling around in there while they're sleeping, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is up to you.
I feel like surface thoughts, that's a good time. Well done.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
I like
See what
that.
it
Oh, I like that so much.
Darling's very rude.
Oh, I'm going to make a Sandman character next time. Oh, it's fun. I didn't even think about that.
So I will say that there probably are very few surface thoughts.
Okay.
Because she is asleep. But you do get to probe deeper. I am going to give her the saving throw, though. Okay. Yeah. So you begin to delve in. Let's see. So you probe deeper. Target must make a witness. If it fails, gain insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, something that looms large in its mind. Well, it's definitely focused on
Dying.
you can no, it's very much focused on fear and regret of potentially killing her brother. Yeah. Roll me a stealth check, an intelligence-based stealth check. Because she's asleep. Normally the spell lets them know that you are detecting thoughts, but she's asleep. So I'm going to give you a chance to sneak through her subconscious, essentially.
Stealth. Subconscious stealth.
No, that's not what I need. Come on, Vax, don't fuck me. 8.
Okay.
Oh,
You suspect when she wakes up, she will probably
No.
know.
someone was in here.
Well, she was him.
You can.
Did you leave any mental footprints?
I'm not sure. She might think because she failed the wisdom save. I will say she probably knows somebody was in her thoughts. She may not know who.
I'm still scared of.
So there is that. What in specific are you looking for?
Why are you?
Attacking her brother.
Yeah, why are you? Why are, for the most part, why are you attacking today? Tibble.
Okay.
That's okay.
I apologize. I'm reading through the spell.
Yeah.
Okay. So questions verbally directed at the target creature naturally shape the course of its thoughts. So this spell is particularly effective as part of interrogation. So do you speak that question out loud?
Yeah, whisper it into her ear.
Okay. Good. Don't need to worry about penetrating barrier. Roll me an investigation check with advantage.
With advantage.
Absolutely.
Come here, girl. Come here, Matt. Investigation. That's both.
On both. All right. Well done, Matt and Grog.
Yes, that felt appropriate.
You whisper the question into her ear, and as though you were in her dream, you begin to see the scene take place. You can see very much like a dream. It starts with her and another person you don't know by actually make me a history check. You might. They are semi-famous.
History. Where's my history?
It is Miku.
Secret. It is just Miku the whole time.
Surprise.
8.
8. Okay.
I use all my luck.
No,
So
you're good.
when you needed to, though, you good.
You see a scene of Portia hiding out. You recognize the place that she is in as the capital of the empire. And you see her go through these sort of rapid flash jumps of these like underground mage battles, not in like a gladiator way, but very much in like something is hunting me in a clandestine way. And she does get captured. It jumps, you sort of see from her being defeated by multiple mages. It is nigh on a squadron of them.
Sure, high profile.
Yeah, she is. She is high profile. As you were watching her sort of hit her knees, it shifts back around to her being in a prison, and you can see her clothes and robes have become tattered, and she is tied to a chair, and you can tell that she is being put through a variety of tortures. You can see some of her jailers, some of her torturers are attempting to utilize magic, similar things like detect thoughts. You can also see that they are seeking information on the location of a specific group of people. You know them as House Victors. You would at least know them from Tybalt's time with you, right? His sister Portia was part of a adventuring group. So they ask after Areshki, this dwarven barbarian ranger. They ask after Animus, man you know. They ask after Hellion. They ask after... they don't ask after Lindus. He was dead. They ask after, I think there's one, Caliber, a warforged of impeccable make and design. And you can see her resisting, and you overhear parts of their conversations. For her, they are distant. You are seeing, sort of from her point of view, as much as she could see, mostly her head is down and it's somewhat hazy. You're seeing sort of the like waist down of robes and shoes, the bottoms of staves. You do at one point, as they lift up her head, you see that she is looking at a elven woman who is dressed in quite the refinery of red and purple, similar to what Portia is wearing now. And one of the assistant mages that is helping with this investigation, you can hear them arguing about how she is resisting them so well. And part of it being that she must have cast Modify Memory on herself to block out the memories of these people or where they currently are. And they attempt to dispel it. And she seems to have put some form of persistent effect on it. At one point, the magic sort of backlashes on them. And you can see a few of the lesser mages and this like glyph of warding explosion as they had dug just deep enough to hit these sort of defenses that she had magically put in place. And her attempting to escape and making her way out. And you see in the last moments that Alvida, this elven woman, prevents her from reclaiming her staff, very distinct staff. It sort of jumps through some time, and you see her in the dregs of a bar, hearing that that her brother had been through here and came looking for her. And you begin to see her checking in on places and haunts that he would have gone to. And then you jump to a place that is in the north. You can tell by the mountain ranges outside in the distance. And it is this sort of domed ecosystem. There's about 6 of these domes, central one, and then about, let's call them 4 smaller ones. And there's a small town outside of it. Looks like a quaint sort of village. You can see some of the smokestacks from there. You're looking at it from Portia's point of view of where she is going. And you see her infiltrate the place and attempt to reach her brother. When she gets to him, you see inside of him, you see him down in one of those smaller, like ecology pits. He's got his own like cell, but it's very Spartan. Barely a chair and a table, no bed. And looks like all of that is bolted down, heavy iron, black iron items. And you're looking at it sort of from above. And there's this wall of force between them and and Tybalt. You recognize Tybalt, but something about him is very wrong. One, his muscle mass is 3-4 times what he normally is. He is a slight man. He is used to being very small. He has normalish feet, but they have grown these long sort of claws that have busted out of his shoes. He has these elongated hands with nails. All of his fangs have grown out to the point where they are literally piercing through his lips every time he opens and closes his mouth. His horns have become massive, and while he looks like he is in pain, and he looks like he is in constant anger, and you begin to overhear the conversation of Portia and Alvida as Portia bargains for Tybalt's freedom and for them to experiment on her instead of on him. And they devise a ritual. The issue that they have is that Tybalt is an unwilling participant, that so many of them are unwilling participants, that the evolutionary desperately needs people that want to be their best selves, that they want to get better. Portia won't agree to stay with them if her brother remains captured, remains dangerous. Now Vida tells her, we can set everything right, we can put everything back, but I need you to do what no one else has been able to. I need you to want to be here in exchange for your brother's life. I would do anything for him. I know you would. But I need an assurance that of your own free will you stay with us. And they devise this ritual. Very much like make an Arcana check for me. Actually, I'll give you advantage. No, you don't need to. You're in her
head.
mind.
Yeah.
She knows it, so you can know it. Absolutely. I apologize for taking you on that journey.
She's a reliable narrator.
Yeah, it's based on the Gaia's spell, which is a compulsion. And anytime she would ask,
That
right.
sounds like geese to me.
yeah.
I was fucking right. I didn't even know there was an official spell that did that.
I was looking at it, I was like, I think this is geese.
Sorry, I'm very excited.
It is an amped up version
I'm gonna hate it. but I'm very excited.
of that. That if one, she was told that they would let her brother go and be free. She ever leaves them, they will reinitiate the monster inside of him. They will find him, they will catch him, they will turn him into the monster that she saw. And if she ever tries to warn him or explain or tell anyone about what happened to her.
This is the one good reason for a secret like this. For fuck's sake, Portia.
That if she was to divulge any information about it or their arrangement, that's her gaze. And it is, from what you can tell, it's nigh on permanent.
To be fair, Megan's sword thing also was aggressive when she talked to other people, so she also had reasons not to talk.
Yeah.
Sorry, all these magical things fucking with us.
So the normal spell, because she knows it, she helped write the ritual. The normal spell can be removed with it's a spellcasting check of remove curse or greater restoration. Those, if they fail, both people will suffer the psychic damage. The only reliable way to remove it is wish.
So that one spell that I know we could get to.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Bard.
The mightiest
one.
magic known to man. Yeah, absolutely. The one that rewrites reality.
You know.
Casual wish. It's
Casual wish. The other thing that will end it is compulsion. Is if he dies. Because if any harm comes to him, she's free.
Does he have to stay
Yeah,
there,
that's
though?
the question.
Yes, it is. So the spell is permanent. So as long as when he is alive, it is in effect.
Mm-hmm.
So it's tied to his life force.
Yes. Yeah.
Ick.
So you also see the time a few weeks ago where he caught back up to her. They had modified his memories, that he had forgotten all of this. So he continued to search for her as though he had never found her.
That's why I was asking him about memory gaps, because I thought that something we might be missing something. But if he genuinely doesn't remember having the memory gap, if they did a good enough job, then he wouldn't even have a gap. He would just go on like nothing had changed.
So he continued. That was perfectly done. Well done, sir.
What? Fucking nailing it, man!
Well, double nat 20. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, no, that was perfect.
What am I not supposed to tell you?
Yeah.
What else you want? You want a bank
Favorite
number?
color?
Yeah, that was the exact right time, buddy. Like, way to go.
Look at you, like walks into a bank. Pulls it out 20.
Give me, I own the bank now. Like,
Yeah.
give me the key
This
to
is my
your
bank now?
fanciest vaults. Like,
Well done.
Abed is Batman now. Do we need a break? Do you need
Yeah.
Yeah?
You know what?
Take 10?
That was a lot.
That's why I was like, that was a minute. We have some options to fucking discuss.
Yeah.
And I just saw your Discord
Absolutely.
note, so I have some things to discuss with you.
Sure. So yeah, let's take a quick 10. It's 9:30 now. We're going to be back at 9:40. So thank you guys for being with us. Thank you guys for being with us. I'm having a great time. Hope you guys are as well. We'll see you in a few, but until then, stay tuned.
Hello, everyone. Caitlin here with my first vlog. Is that what the kids are calling it? Anyway, I'm here to date myself by telling you that when I was young and super into Pokemon, there were only 150 of them. I know. As you can see from my shirt or from watching any of our streams, I super love Pokemon. When I was a kid, it was the biggest deal in the world to me. I collected them. I had so many cards. All I wanted was a giant stuffed Pikachu to just love and hold forever. To this day, the Pokemon theme song, the one I grew up with, the best one, arguably. Not arguably, the best one. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. Just still makes me excited, and it makes me pumped, and it's my gym song, and it's my wake up song, and it's my you can run the rest of this half marathon song. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause. I love it so much. Pokemon, gotta catch them all. I know it's my destiny, Pokemon. Now my parents didn't ever really understand the obsession, but that's okay, because Santa and the Easter Bunny had my back. They brought me cards every year. Every stocking had cards in them. Every Easter basket had a set in them. I developed a huge collection. I even had the holographic Mew from going to see the original movie. That was perfect and wonderful. And then I went through a phase I think a lot of nerds can relate to in middle school. Well, where you go through a bit of an identity crisis and you become embarrassed by your nerd things. And I sold my entire collection to my friend's little brother for $45. I had hundreds of cards, y'all. Hundreds. And I had original first edition holographic. I had so much, and I regret it to this day. But you know what's fun I've discovered about being a damn adult is that with the I have to go to work, I have to pay my rent on time, garbage, you also have the ability to eat ice cream for breakfast if you want to, and spend your money on whatever you want. Guys, I've decided to start building up my collection again. But I'm really scared because I haven't bought or opened or had a pack of Pokemon cards in 15 years plus. I don't know them anymore. I love Eevee and all the new evolutions, and I've been playing Pokemon Go, so I've met new Pokemon, and I don't know if I'm going to find any originals in either of these. I don't think I'm going to. But I'm going to share them with you guys. Man, I used to watch the show all the time. My dream was to be one of the voice actors. I think it's one of the things that got me into voice acting. So excited. Did anyone else have the original Pokedex book? It was the book that described all of them, and it was like taller than a normal book, short, and I just had them all in order. I used to read that over breakfast every single morning, and then watch the show. Y'all, Pokemon might have been my first hardcore fandom. Yeah, it was Pokemon. Let's go. Look at those. Look at the backs of these. Look at the, oh, that hasn't changed at all. I'm gonna cry, you guys. It hasn't changed. Hydreigon. I'm saying this wrong. If it's not in the gotta catch them all, ugh! I don't know how to say its name. So it's got 3 heads. The heads on their arms do not have brains. They use all 3 heads to consume and destroy everything. Don't know who Dino is, but he's real cute. Got some fun new balls. I don't know how that sounds. Shut up. Houndour! Oh, I do know him because I was playing Pokemon Gale of Darkness for a while on GameCube. Loved it. He's good. I do recognize one. Got one of these so far of the 7 that I found that I know. Let's keep going. Don't know who Stuffle is, but he's adorable. And the fact that his special ability is just called Flop makes me think I relate really hard to this. Just, I want to cuddle it. Okay, Molly is another one I recognize from the video games. Here I have all of the energy. All energy and timer balls and rescue stretchers and trainer cards. And here is all the Pokemon themselves that I have gotten from this deck. They're so pretty. I already love every single one of you. We're gonna be best friends. There's one new Pokemon that I'm kind of aware of because Courtney told me about him. Mimikyu? I didn't know what he was. And then I found out that because he wants to be loved, he's this little ghost Pokemon. And because he wants to be loved, he dresses up like Pikachu because Pikachu is everyone's favorite. And I cried. So I saw this kit and I obviously had to take him home because look, it comes with a little Mimikyu pan. I'm gonna rescue him. Look at this super cute little pin. Oh my gosh, I love him. I love him so much already. So this pack came with a Mimikyu I will hold close to my heart forever, and then 3 booster packs. So let's go nuts. Got a Carbink. Don't know what it is. It looks like a cloud that has come to life. You guys, I found my first original 150. Who's that Pokemon? It's Diglett! Hello, friend. I found one that I knew. I'm so excited. Oh, then closely followed by this tiny weirdo who just is adorable and looks like a chinchilla. Guys, what is this? How do you fight with this? You just have to love him forever. Don't Don't hurt this thing. Look how cute. Look into its face. I love you. Dear Japan, I am sorry for screwing up the names of all of these Pokemon. I'll get better. There's another one. It's coughing. That's another one I know. Okay, cool. So I'm not so outdated that there's none of them. They're just hard to find. Like Kabuto and Kangaskhan. I know both of them too. Never played with Kabuto. I don't think I actually ever even had this card in my original collection. So, late 20s Caitlin, already doing better than preteen Caitlin. Yes. Y'all, there's this tiny, like, crocodile, alligator type thing. And as someone who lives in Florida, I can confirm they are never this cute. But if they look like this, I would not be so scared of being eaten by one. Like, look at the little face. Ooh, oh no, he's so cute and fat. Look at this. Look at this round. Can you tell I really like big, puffy, round, fluffy things? Look at them. They'd be such good friends with this. Ah! Eee. Okay, I've heard of these. I've heard of the fake Hawaiian new versions of old Pokemon. But it's muck. Just trippy. Really trippy and also holographic. So, there's a lot happening. There's a lot to unpack here. I feel like it's going to be harder for him to blend in a place that's just all sand. Like, he fits in the cities where there's sewers and mud. I don't see him doing well in Hawaii. My last pack for the day. It's the best purchase I've made in weeks, months. I don't know what this is. I need to love it forever. Look at the eyes. Look at that little pup begging to be loved. Ah! I'm glad they came out with a lot of adorable, because that's kind of my thing. Anything that's like fox type, hence the Eevee shirt and the giant fox back there. Didn't realize until college that foxes had always been my favorite animal. But I should have realized when my favorite Pokemon were like Bullpix, Ninetales, Growlithe, Eevee. Eevee is always going to be my favorite, hands down. But some of these new adorable little guys who look kind of like foxes can join the team. Look at this. Look at you. Does anyone else wish that after you finished evolving this guy all the way up, that he stayed blue? Hey, it's another one that I know, except for he's gone to Hawaii again. Alolan Persian. It looks a lot sassier than it used to. But I recognize it, kinda. And that's it. Oh, I found so many fun new friends and a couple of old faces. And I'm gonna keep collecting again because it's time. Because you know what, nerds? I'm a grown-up, and I get to decide what that means. And that means revisiting old fandoms because they made me happy. So, thank you for joining me on my nostalgic journey today. Are you a collector? Did you start as a child and keep on going? Did you start it as an adult? Did you rediscover this as an adult like I am right now? No matter what, tell me in the comments, and let me know your favorite Pokemon. But Eevee for life. And until next time, stay weird.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have...
I'm Steffi, again, playing whatever my name is. We're on a gnome player.
Whatever my name is.
I got off track.
You
I've
positive?
never had somebody nail it in the beginning
Yeah,
and
no.
then
Oh,
stumble on the return.
Because I was
That's what
planning
she
it in the
said.
beginning, and then I knew we were
Yeah.
going to do it again. I didn't get that far in the video.
So now she is up to date because usually people stumble.
Yeah.
You had it. what you get for not doing all your homework. You just answered the first half right.
I am still Izzy, still playing Ryan.
I'm Cassandra playing Miku / Tempest, the Arctic Druid Air Genasi.
Christine playing Ruby the Halfling Death Cleric.
Caitlin playing Yvonne, the half-elf rogue bard.
All right, now before the break, we had quite the lore dump.
So much
So our Eldritch Knight Ryan, who has just met most of the people,
So he's not biased.
does know Tybalt, and having just witnessed his sister resist the urge or the compulsion to attack him, to kill her potentially. Tybalt suffer nigh on a brain hemorrhage of psychic damage. Of course, her maximum hit points have been reduced at that point, but saw her resurrected, and then in a clever moment, while she was asleep, snuck into her room and utilized Detect Thoughts, and with a double nat 20 to search through her thoughts, has uncovered a lot of their recent history, how she was convinced for the good of her brother to allow this extensive warped form of the Geas spell to be cast on her. And with very few ways to remove it, that being Greater Restoration or Remove Curse, which has the potential to set off both of their both the caster and the victim's minds, as well as Wish being the one true reliable way to remove the spell. The other condition is that as long as Tybalt is alive, she cannot willingly divulge any information about what has happened to her, and she must willingly participate not only in magical research but also in the develop of these high evolutionary ideas. So, what would you like to do?
You, wielder of information.
Knower of all the things.
Yes.
Sit down because I am nowhere near. This is not way above my pay grade. And
Cry.
maybe discuss with my employer.
Absolutely.
Here
Yeah.
of what should we do with this. I go through everything, tell as much as I can. Personally, I don't think we should tell Tybalt because they seem to have a tendency to sacrifice themselves for each other.
Yes, I'm getting that from the line of thinking of what you've described to me. But I feel like if they continue to not know why the other one is either trying to attack or running away from the other one, it's a endless circle of violence and death and possibly resurrections. And it comes down to a question of, is it nicer to tell or to not tell here? We've uncovered quite a bit of things we weren't prepared for here.
Based on the conversation earlier, it did seem like that Tybalt had agreed to not contact his sister for the time being.
Tybalt does not know. He's been through Modify Memory a few different times. For the time being, yes.
Okay.
Yes, he has.
Portia, you ever use that flashy thing on me? Tell me, do you ever use that flashy thing on me?
With the danger of her just coming out of the resurrection, he is
Promise to temporarily stay away while we're
Yes.
like sleeping and magic
right,
plan. So he shouldn't just like barge into this room now.
right.
And if he does that, one way or another solves some of our problems, one of them will die.
I will go with whatever you suggest, but let's sit on this for now until we get, because he seems to trust this group of people and maybe gauge what we should do based on what we see them do in the next few days.
That's a good decision. I agree with that.
So yeah, we'll sit on it.
We're going to sit on it.
Okay. Sounds good.
I want to look around this weird place we've stumbled into.
The town of Dafford or the Imperial Inn?
Yeah,
The Imperial. Okay, sure.
the one I needed the coin for.
Yes, you do have the coin for. What would you like to find out? You can make an investigation check.
Just getting a feel for what's going on here. And
Sure.
I go with her wherever she goes.
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead.
ooh,
So investigation, you have
a lot of
a
nothing if I'm all right.
+5.
Oh snap! 9.
A 9. Okay. Other than being secretive and devout to Sathrios, you don't get a lot. There's not a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be gold that exchanges hands in here. Most of the things seem to be covered in your room cost. You've been added to the tab that they have put up. But as to what this place is or why it's here, without talking to them, you wouldn't gather. They're relatively secretive.
Yeah.
Maybe with a different role, but as is.
Yeah.
That's what you got. So the hours stretch on. You guys have it is a comfortable place for sure. The food is good and service is prompt. Miku, is there anything in specific you are doing during this daytime?
Checking up on those doggos. And
Okay.
then I would like to
Tibble will go with you.
Good, so I was about to say I'm gonna go get Tibble and
Yeah.
bring him. We're gonna have a doggy play date.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bring him to meet my doggy boys.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I love it.
And we're gonna spend the day playing with dogs.
Okay.
The best cure.
Yeah. Make a
He has a therapy pack.
yeah, make a
This is
persuasion
this is
check.
my therapy. Can I make it with advantage? Because I'm taking her to meet doggos.
Sure.
Like,
Doggos!
Yeah.
Dogs always give advantage.
you said persuasion?
Yeah.
Unnatural 20.
Yes.
I will say that despite himself, Tybalt does seem to, at least briefly, in different moments, you catch him. Him relaxing, and it's probably the first time. It might be partly through exhaustion. It might be partly just being overwhelmed mentally, emotionally, but when he relaxes and when he it just smiles in a very genuine way, it's far more engaging and charming than any of his put on or dressed up social skills might be.
For your information, I have a pack of 5 dire wolves.
Oh, nice.
These are the doggos I've been talking
I was
about.
gonna say,
Yes.
what is it now?
Yeah.
Also, along with
Tiny
our doggy,
orphans dressed in dog.
with our doggy
Beautiful.
play date, I have made a
Rob's
picnic
starting it.
together,
Oh.
and I'm
Okay.
going to take him to a nice grassy spot, and I'm going to use my staff of flowers, snake flowers, grow all around it, and we're going to have a picnic.
Okay.
Oh no, I shipped them hard now. Except for I know he's heartbroken over past love, but oh my god, I shipped them.
Oh wait, there's more.
Oh no!
While we're having our picnic, I pull out a piece of bark, and it's got his name and Portia's name carved in the back of it, and I give it to him.
Emotions.
He takes it and looks at it, and you can see he sort of starts to tear up, and he tries to be cool. He tries to hide it from you.
You do not have to hide it. You can let it out in front of me, even though I'm here for you.
I know, Miko. I appreciate it.
She gets close. She goes for a hug and
Kiss.
says, "Just let it out, my friend. It is okay."
He just hugs you.
Oh,
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Can you explain to me what the bark is for? I see you give it to people.
It.
If you don't want to, you don't have to.
No, it is okay. You trusted me. I can trust you a little bit.
I would hope you trust me a lot, but
You know I trust you. It is something. It's hard to remember. I'm trying to remember exactly why. I just know it is important. If you don't have it, bad things could happen. And I know I needed to have it at one point, and I went to get it, and I was not quick enough coming back. So I know that I always need to make sure that the people I care about have it, just in case something bad happens. I'm not sure why. I just know that's the only thing I can remember.
From my dreams, I hug her. Something in my dreams reaches out.
You are important and part of my family now, whether you like it or not. So it is important that you have one with you, just in case.
I'll cherish it always. So,
Oh, we are hugging. There's a gentle breeze. There's flowers growing.
absolutely. Yeah.
It's so cute. I want to die.
That's our day.
Ah!
Make me feel better.
Yeah.
From adorable to really, really upsetting.
He
Real fast.
He, as you guys enjoy the picnic, he'll spend a few. He'll tell you some stories of their childhood and how Portia was always the smart one, and how he would, as long as he can remember, that they looked out for one another. She was always the brightest, and even orphaned as we might have been, there was never a doubt that she was going to the Magnus Arcanum. But wealth and opportunity breed fear and contempt, I find. So I would follow her to school, sneak around the corners in the shadows, and pelt acorns at the kids that would pick on her. Trip them up as they went or came.
You are a good brother.
I appreciate it.
I put no stock into things like money or clothes or things like that. It's things like bonds that are far more important to me. So she could have all the expensive things. Honestly, to me, it sounds like you're the person who I'd rather be with. Not saying she's bad or anything, just...
She's not bad. She's never been bad. She's always been the best. That's why she would love to be a hero.
You're a hero. When you're the best, there's nowhere else to go.
In my own way, I'm sure. But
we're lying down and looking at clouds, by the way.
That's when they're shaped like a dove.
Absolutely. So few of us have the opportunity to save emperors or rescue maidens, any of the rest
That's
of it.
not what being a hero is about. All the big things. I help plants grow for people who can't grow their own food, and some people call me a hero for that, but I'm just doing what's right. It doesn't have to be something big and grand. It's one little small thing could make you a hero to someone.
I know. I spent a lot of my time doing what was not right. That's because it was easier. It was easier than living in her shadow.
We've all done things that are not right.
I know. I don't regret it. It did take me a long way around, but I think I ended up maybe not in the same place as her, but close.
It is the journey that you need to take. Everyone takes different journeys. Some are easy, some are hard, some are dark paths, but they always lead exactly to where we're supposed to be. So I think you took the right path. And thank you for sharing with me. I can't remember most of my childhood growing up, so it's nice to hear yours.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It is okay. I've got plenty of friends now.
You do. You have many friends.
Yes, and you're one of them.
I'm glad to be.
I just picture this top-down art of them on a picnic blanket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holding hands. Someone who can draw. Get on that. That's not me.
Fan artist?
Oh God, that's so cute.
Yeah,
I want to die.
Could I ask you a favor?
of course.
If there's ever a time that I act maybe not like me, could you try to remember it and tell me?
Of course.
Thank you.
He thinks on that for a moment, but he doesn't It doesn't press it. You can, even without looking at him, you realize, that he's processing that. He takes it deeply, as though there are memories tied to something similar.
I'm not gonna press it.
No, that's fine.
We're just gonna lie there together, just
enjoy-
not saying anything. I'm looking at the clouds.
Yeah, you enjoy the afternoon of cloud watching. You know that as you guys return to the Imperial in the early portion of the evening, his thoughts have probably returned to his sister, but they are lighter. And he is... there's a unburdening that he has been through.
As we get closer to him, like we're going in, you better believe I'm holding his hand. Yeah.
He will hold on to
Good.
yours.
Oh no!
I'm small but strong.
Oh no!
She easy
Yeah, he is not terribly strong. He is lithe and quick, but he is not the strongest. So
I'm made of air. I have a negative 2.
yeah, he's got
But I'm
you,
strong in the heart.
you are. He's got you beat on that. But
That would be Tibu. Or Tico. Sorry. This is I'm not invested in any other story now. I'm suddenly so invested in this.
She's a pirate. She loves ships. No.
I hate you for that so much.
So good.
But fuck.
Well done.
Affliction.
You broke me.
Ruby and Yvonne, you guys
What?
wake up. 8 hours later, it is about evening has come because it is fall. Or let's say it's dusk. It's probably around 5 p.m. After doing the ritual, you guys are coming around 7. Yeah, it's around 5 or 6 p.m. Twilight of the evening. Shadows cast throughout the night. Lamplighters have come out to light the different ever-burning candles. Little mages with wands just sort of tapping on these magical bits of light. Most of the work is done for the day. The shops remain open, but you can hear outside the inns have begun to play music. It's not a boisterous party town, but it is a place that when the day is done, everybody gather, many people gather and enjoy meals and tales and good evenings. You guys are up. You guys are on your way back in. You guys have been in the Imperial, looking around
Yep.
for a while.
They found the piano player in the lobby. They're in the Grand Fla. Like they're like they have a restaurant here.
Yeah.
No.
They have a shopping mall.
What would you guys like to do? You gather back up in the dining hall.
Caesar's Palace in here.
It's not quite that big, but sure. Yeah. You gather back up in the dining hall. Animus and Portia
Unconscious.
they probably are awake at this point just because they can't sleep that long nobody really can. But
Challenge accepted.
Thank you.
they're taking their meal in the room.
Yeah.
An eventful afternoon, everyone. No one's dead. Again. Yeah. And you two, you were old friends of Tybalt's, correct? Have we sent Tybalt away, or is it just us meeting
No,
him? Tybalt's there.
it is up to you, and if you have reason to send Tybalt elsewhere. Otherwise, I am.
No, he's
I am
planning
sending-
on. Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we had assisted each other a few months back. They are good friends. They were helping me in my initial search for Portia, and I was helping them through some of their own business.
Sounds about right. Anyway, is there a private room we could talk in?
I suspect that it is, but you can look around. One of the places the Imperial is known for is its discretion.
Good.
So
We will.
as long as you are in this place, you are in
We will
a.
find a corner booth.
This is a safe space.
Sit.
Yes.
And enjoy the safe space.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, you know that the leadership. One, there are a few things. The rules of the Imperial are quite simple. There's no business There's no violence in the Imperial.
No assassinations can happen here.
No,
Got
yeah,
it. Yeah.
no, no assassinations, no violence, nothing along those lines. Happen while you are
Got it.
here. And it is known for its discretion. And all the members are loyal members in good standing. And one of the things that at least the innkeepers would know is you all have your connection with Averin and Rendon and Lundis.
Yeah.
So
Cool. So, last time breaking into the school did not go great. This time we know not to break out any prisoners. They're probably demons. And, well, I'd imagine we're going to,
what else was down there?
I tell him about the blood labyrinth.
Hmm.
There was a labyrinth, and it was opened by blood. There were a lot of traps, a lot of magical traps. I'm honestly, quite frankly, thinking at this point it might be better for us to just kind of waltz in. Because it was terrifying down there, and I don't necessarily want to go through it again. But we also may have gone the wrong way.
But you all are mentioning these experimentations, the summoning circles, this blood haze. Perhaps if we disrupt whatever they're doing, we can draw some of them to us in a place where
we can control.
Well, I don't know if we can control it, but at the very least, there aren't guards that they can summon at the ready. It's a place that is.
There's actually some rooms that have multiple doors. We might be able to close them off and make it harder for them to get their reinforcements in. Giant blood room, the circle. I'm thinking of the one where we had to make the blood go northwest, south.
I know which one you're talking about.
That one, like
The blood maze?
yeah, blood maze. But we didn't check if there were other secret doors, so I'd first want to investigate the hell out of that room if that was the one we were using.
Absolutely.
But it felt like an open enough space to do things.
Okay.
Potentially, I'm tracing through the maze in my brain and trying to think if there's anywhere else that would have been good in the
Most rooms
in
that
the
you guys
labyrinth.
know, you know the summoning circle,
Mhm.
and it's
honestly the
archway.
prisons also.
The
if there was
prisons
no one
are
in there,
very
that's-
small.
But there's good places to hide and ambush people. If someone's disrupting something in the room right past, we could spring.
Potentially.
I don't know if the doors aren't really locked and we just like.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they also may have gone through and done updates to the prison.
That's fair. We did break out two
Yeah.
Rakshasa.
You did.
Whoops. Sorry, my bad. So
My thought is for you guys.
Yeah.
The blood room, you know, is probably the one that has the most controllable.
That's what I
'cause
was- yeah.
It's two doors
mhm.
that seem to go in or out. You
Mhm.
can do that. You also may want to look through the labyrinth and find another experiment
And
that they
disrupt
are
that.
doing in order to disrupt it.
Yeah. Like a live experiment they're in the middle of and just attack
Perhaps.
everybody.
Yeah.
Could
I'm
you
above
give us
that.
the spark notes of
And I do. I basically, it is a, we went in through the underneath and it was this labyrinth of labyrinthine, fully fucking trapped out magical place. There was walls that tried to trash compact us. It was a force wall and we had to climb out. So we know about floor touching and we know how to deal with that now. There was, all kinds of, there was the room we're talking about is a blood maze where it was, the blood flows in certain directions and we had to like railroad track it to get it to the right way, to get it all going where it needed to open a door. And then we found these prisons on the way to, we know there are summoning circles and we know there are these places where they are doing experiments and they're trying to summon or banish things. We freed these two Rakshasa by accident. We thought they were half-elves and we got triggered because half-elves. And we were like, save them from the experimentation. Oh no, they probably should have stayed in there. We know now not to trust anyone. And not to let Cody's love of playing on our love of being the hero fuck with us. So now I'm just gonna let everybody die.
So what was the purpose of going down there?
It was to try to get up into the school through the back to find Portia, honestly, and to figure out what the fuck was going on in there because we still don't know everything. For
Can we
instance,
not
we
just
didn't.
walk into the school.
No, right now we're currently wanted criminals, and as you pointed out, if we just waltz in, they will. Despite the fact that we brought back Portia, he will probably just have us arrested. Also, they are doing bad things. We don't think that they just take tourists.
Dang, because that was going to be my suggestion.
I also had the thought of we have hats of disguise. How stupid would it be to just waltz in and pretend to be Portia? But
Also, not all of us are wanted.
not all of
by
us are wanted
them,
criminals.
so-
But alternatively,
our whole group. I
they're
think.
well, not them. They're because they're new, but our whole group.
Right.
They
Those
are.
two.
But the
Just
rest
those
are-
two.
Yeah, those two are not. currently
I'm trying to
wanted, or at
avoid
least
splitting the
for
party.
no reason that you guys know. You can ask
Yes,
them.
they
I
might
don't
be
know.
wanted. We don't
They
know.
might be.
But
I
if
don't know.
also
We'll
if you're
find out together.
if you ever became a known accomplice of Tybalt, you would be marked. if they found out that you were working with him, you'd probably be marked.
I wonder if they would know about.
But it
wasn't just the ones.
no
they met.
everyone.
They knew
everyone.
about our whole
They know our
group.
Oh, they
entire
did?
everyone.
Okay.
Because
More or less.
anybody that was a part of the
Exodus.
from Sanctum,
Oh, okay.
yeah, they're wanted for treason in Sanctum.
Get it? Yeah.
So
Which is technically an imperial commonwealth. So now we're wanted for treason in the empire.
right, I mean they'd probably ship you back to Sanctum to face
Still,
trial. there,
but my bigger concern is, even criminals aside, that I don't think they just take tourists. Because it's a secretive, weird ass place. People have been trying to get information on and figure out what's going on in there before we even got to town, right?
What makes you say that?
Guessing because they were in town trying to figure this shit out for 2 solid weeks of in-game, and I don't know.
Who was trying to?
I don't know. I was doing MegaCon stuff. I'm asking.
No,
I thought they were doing investigations on that.
They were looking
For Portia, right?
for Tybalt and Portia.
Yes, yes.
Nobody has really
Okay, just
done
making
much
sure.
investigation.
I apologize.
On the.
I thought that's what the
fine.
library episode was. I
So
thought they were trying.
they
I thought
found-
they figured out they couldn't go just in. Got it.
I mean, there are good reasons to think that
Yes.
just going directly in would be rough. But
Okay, good. I'm not dumb.
They found so there's the Library of the Dead.
Yes.
Through the Library of the Dead, that's where Animus was attacked by
mhm.
mages from the school.
hmm
And then they found a secret passage that led them to this
And that's when we went under to-
catacombs
yes.
beneath the school.
I just jumped
And
in with the
that's
idea
when-
of we're going to start sneaking, so I assumed we had reasons for that. I
Yeah.
apologize.
No,
I
yeah.
assumed there were reasons because that's what everyone kept telling me we were doing was
Yeah.
sneaking.
Well, no, it seemed safer
Yes.
just from the start.
Yes.
To sneak in or try to figure out what the school is doing
Yeah.
before you had run into Portia
Yes.
at all. If you have Portia with you, you might be able to walk in the front door, but how long
Until they
would-
realized that
before
it's not
they
Portia.
just decide to arrest you?
Okay, so I was right.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
You asked why do you think that, and I was like, am I wrong?
No. You were saying people had done.
I thought that they
investigation
had.
I was just
Sorry.
trying to
Okay,
clarify.
I
You're
apologize.
good.
Yeah, because like I said, by the time I got into this
Mhm.
plot, they were already like, we're sneaking.
Mhm.
Oh, good. Okay.
Sneaking is good.
Yes. Still. Dagger,
Does that
dagger, dagger.
help?
Still. Sure. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to figure out what we're trying to figure out what we're trying to do right now. Like, why are we sneaking in?
Now we're trying to go to try and disrupt whatever magical hold is on Portia so that she can
Got
be
it.
free to do things with us.
Yeah.
Sounds like the elf ladies are a big problem.
Yeah.
She's a bitch. If you see this one, kill her on sight. And I draw a picture of Elvira. It's not her name, it's Elvita. But of Velveeta.
Elvira's somewhere like.
I refuse to call her by her proper name because she's a bitch.
See if there's a
Does that
concern.
Yeah. Oh, Twitch always does.
Okay.
Yeah. Twitch is always a few seconds behind us.
Tybalt's idea was to attempt to kidnap one of the mages from the school and see if they could fix Portia.
We could do that.
Get it.
Right. But you guys don't necessarily know what's wrong with Portia. You do.
We're always sitting here discussing things.
I would like to I'm trying to
He wants to look into their hearts.
Yeah, I want to see if
you are
their
trustworthy
concern
people.
for Portia is
Genuine.
as genuine as they make it seem.
make insight checks.
We do?
Yeah, absolutely.
No. It ran away again.
Would you like to do one insight check for the group, or would you like to do one per person? I will take either.
Insight plus.
Probably just for the group. I don't
Yeah. If you want to.
I lost my thing.
Oh no! It's gone forever.
There it is.
Yeah.
But the carpet is so plush.
It is very plush.
It will eat dice. The rug in
Yes.
the other room used to
It very
eat dice,
much.
but only on a 6. It would always land with the highest side up. It was
6
uncanny.
or the 4.
6 or the 4.
That's
Even on the 20s, it was a 6. I had someone once throw dice. It was Nick who didn't believe me and just throw dice on the floor.
You
And a
roll it.
D12 and a D6
You can
both
both
popped
roll
up with
it.
6.
No.
I was like, it's the devil's rug.
Mm.
all right.
17.
That's a 21 for me.
All right, and I'll roll.
He's
19 plus 4.
so 23.
I will say absolutely.
Yeah.
I will say that
I was like,
they're-
Yvonne is definitely genuinely concerned about her.
Miku is an
I'm
open
pretty sure
book.
we all are.
There's
Yeah, exactly.
nothing secret or mysterious about her that she knows. So.
That she knows of. Yes.
yeah.
That's valid.
I will say their concern is very genuine. I would say both absolutely Yvonne and Miku care for her, not just as the purpose that she might serve the cause, but also as a person. Ruby, I don't know if she knows her that well, but
I don't know her.
she cares for her.
Yeah.
I mean, she cares. She knows she's Tybalt's sister,
Mm.
and that's enough. At the very least, she's Tybalt's sister. That's enough, and they need her for the quest.
Yeah.
So
and
for-
Yvonne knew her as
so
a
for
child. and so
those two
she's-
reasons, at the
Yeah.
very least, Ruby is genuine. Miku's just a super loving person, no matter
Yeah.
what.
She's just
And Yvonne, you can
does
tell.
look up to her.
No, yeah, I mean, you rolled well for your insight.
And she's important to Tybalt, who is
Yeah.
my new
Yeah.
best friend.
Yes.
Mhm. You can tell that, yeah, Yvonne does. They all have very genuine concern for
Not to stop your planning, but dear, I think you should tell them what you saw.
Okay. If you think it's best. Your plan, Double, I would not recommend.
Why?
I have certain magical abilities of my own, where I am able to, at times, read thoughts of certain individuals.
What am I thinking right now?
I'm not wasting a
It
spell
doesn't
slot. It's
work.
tempting.
Yeah.
So tempting.
Yeah.
It's dogs. Just say
It's
dogs.
just always dogs and bark and friends. Just say friends.
I was able to
yeah.
I was able to search through Portia's thoughts for a bit.
When?
While you and Miku, right?
Yes.
While you and Miku were out, they were sleeping. We went to check in, and I decided I would take a gamble.
Uh-oh.
You see him be conflicted. He likes you. He does trust you, but there's a moment of like that. What, you violated
a
my
line, yeah.
sister while she was asleep?
To be fair,
Yeah,
I don't know this one
sure.
well, but quite frankly, that was going to be my next step. Not necessarily sure that it would have been, I can't read thoughts, but I would have zoned of truth something because she's not talking to any of us. Did you
What
learn
did-
anything?
What did you find?
It is a sort of would Ryan know the Gios?
You
Well,
could. She
Because
does.
she knew it,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know the details of it because she knew it.
Okay.
So you like.
Even
I
if
mean-
you mention it, some of us know the spell. So
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah, you could know the name.
Describe
You
it.
get the idea of the effect, and I did give you the details of why it is different. So yeah, please.
She is under the influence of a sort of Gios spell, but
Can
it's
we arcana
different.
to see if we know what that is?
I do.
Okay, good.
I have the spell.
Yeah.
You tell us what.
Yeah.
I just want to know if we know, we understand the
You
ramifications.
can arcana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if they can tell me. No, I don't know. Y'all have to explain it to me. What the fuck is that?
It is sort of a mind control, and if you fight against it, very bad for you.
But
That
it's,
tracks.
But it's different than a normal one from what I saw.
How so?
In the sense that if someone else tries to forcibly remove it and it fails, it deals damage to both the target and the caster.
So one of us that could potentially remove it and is willing to take the risk, we could try that before we go in anywhere risky.
But I don't know the extent of said damage we could put.
I've only died once.
Portia's,
I'd be
Portia.
scared to put more damage on her right now, even
She
though
has to. She has
does
to
have
heal before.
Yeah.
Before we could try
We saw
that.
what resisting
That's really true.
the spell did to her just
Yeah,
a
that's
few
that's-
hours
that's-
ago, and
I would have suggested Death Ward before we did anything stupid.
And you
I
said it
have
notifies the person
thoughts.
who cast it?
It hurts both the caster, and the
person.
target.
Perhaps
No.
it's better not to notify them that we know, because we could be used to our advantage if they don't know that we know.
it's not the caster of geese.
It's whoever's
the
casting the
caster of
dispel
remove
magic or
curse.
remove
Yes,
curse.
sorry.
Yeah,
Never come up.
you're good. So like, I mean, I had backup plans again. We could Death Ward her so she wouldn't take any more damage, or so she wouldn't go unconscious again. But I then worry we'd run into the same problem where if one person casts it and then wastes all of their energy doing this, then we have to wait another day before we can go infiltrate things. So we'll call that plan C then. Never mind.
Yeah, we have a few days to try other things before we can even think about doing anything with her.
But if we successfully dispelled it, there would be no reason to sneak.
That's the risk I'm trying to figure out because I do not have that, but I have a lot of inspiration to give somebody. I have dispel magic. That's not the same thing.
Yeah,
I didn't take
I
greater
have
restoration because we have.
greater restoration.
Yes, I was gonna
and-
say.
and remove
I could-
curse and stuff.
I could
but-
just give you all kinds of inspiration
Mhm.
forever. Well, 4 times. But
Doesn't stack like that.
forever.
So inspiring.
So
I'm super inspired right now.
I mean, if she cast more than one thing, if she
If she-
had to cast
sure.
each, I could give it to her twice,
Sure.
and then the next day,
Uh-huh.
it's fine.
Uh-huh.
Listen, is it less risky if we can find ways to protect her, to do it out here where she's not under the public eye, and we don't have to worry about sneaking back in? Yes. Is it possibly harder? Depends on how much the gods like us today.
I
Tybalt,
would-
she's your sister.
would much rather not do it until she is near her full strength.
All right.
Plenty of things can go wrong with magic. I would
Obviously.
rather wait, and if that means we hold up and hide in the hotel for 3-4 days, then we hide in a hotel.
So we want to try to do it out here, and then if that doesn't work, we break in and we try to deal with a bigger wizard.
then we will get whatever help she needs.
All right.
I think it is good to try this first before we
before we
sneaking
go
into
in,
a scary
yeah.
place, because it sounds like from your last encounter, this is not the place we want to go in lightly.
It's terrifying. It's a lot of traps, and they will have probably. It's made for mages by mages. They will have probably switched around some of the spells. I can't guarantee it's all going to be in the same place in the same way that it
And
was before.
There is nothing wrong with lying low for a few days.
That's
not
fine.
rushing into something. We
It's
could do
alright.
some group bonding. We could get to know each other. Rest.
We can
You
sit
need
in a
rest,
circle and
you're
hold
anxious.
hands.
Oh, that sounds
Never anxious. It's fine.
Team building montage.
Yes.
Bye.
Cut to playing cabin games, stuck in this room together, and just getting like real frustrated. And just not the one stir crazy person. You can't go out of the hotel.
I can't say this anymore.
You guys absolutely can go out of the hotel. But I would say the ones that went to hell
Probably should not.
probably, if you do, you should be in hat of disguise.
I'm just gonna throw daggers at the wall over.
I'm going to be.
I'm going to
applying
tell our new
spa
friends all about
treatments.
Weejaws.
Of course you
They have a spa day.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm
I
spending
just-
a lot of time
I'm
with
being
Sybil,
forced-
making sure he's okay.
I'm being forced to face mask every day. And I'm just like, I'm going to kill Babita. Hello, so good. I'm relaxing to you know when Rosa Diaz's happy place is murdering.
Yes.
That's me right now, and going to me because I go to your happy place. I'm like, I'm
Death.
slicing Avita slowly open from the forehead down her entire stupid face, and then I'm peeling the skin aside. She's not okay with this woman.
Whatever helps
And
you
it's-
relax as she's massaging her temples.
Going to cut off her toenails one by one.
Yeah. Tybalt is he's concerned, but he
about that, not about the death
Yeah.
montage that I'm doing.
no.
It's cool.
He's fine with the death montage. Yeah,
Right.
he's like, yeah, you're good. But yeah, he does take the opportunities he can to go out and walk and get, you know, little things for people that can't leave. Are you going with him?
Always, yep.
Okay.
I don't want him to be alone.
Make an insight check for me.
24.
Okay. You do notice a few things. He doesn't try to hide from you or escape from you, but it does seem that all of the errands that he runs naturally take him by the castle and school. And you notice that he's doing it at a variety of times during the day. He is essentially casing the place.
Of course. I was just about to ask.
Yeah. He
Tybalt, is there a reason we keep going around this school we're supposed to stay away from?
I like the bread.
Yeah.
Tybalt, I would appreciate it if you could trust me enough to tell me the truth.
Well, I do like the bread. I just want to be prepared.
Prepared. We're going to try to save your sister Irwe first before we go charging in there.
And I want that. I sincerely do. I don't have a lot of luck with things going well.
Well, you have friends, so you don't need luck. Promise me you're not going to do anything stupid.
No, I promise. I'm not.
She gets up.
Yeah.
Promise me.
I promise. He does not flinch.
I kiss his nose.
He kisses your lips.
I like the Jim and I like her. She's never been kissed.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, I'm crying. She kisses him back.
Oh, it is a very sweet, tender moment. It is lovely. It is passionate, but it is also one that is slightly cut short by him realizing shouldn't do this in front of magical school.
She's kind of like, she's literally floating slightly.
Yeah, he'll make sure he grabs your hand so that you don't fall.
Toes trailing
She
on the
kind of just
ground.
casts levitate.
Yeah, he casts levitate. He drags you along. Yeah. So.
That was so cute.
So yeah, the days pass without incident. If there is any shopping that any of you guys would like to get done, now is your opportunity. Did you guys have starting gold? That
No, we didn't.
you should have at least 1,000.
Yeah.
1,000? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, you should.
Okay, I didn't think about
You
it.
should both have at least 1,000 to get your one uncommon magical item. Correct?
Yes.
Yes. Good. Okay.
Um,
Yvonne, Ruby, you guys are good. You need to go looking
I
for
think
anything.
we've probably tapped out everything.
Okay.
I'm broke. I'm good.
Yeah. The only other thing you can do is go fight the Otyugs in the sewers and get her to make potions for you. You guys did have that
No, we
set
can.
up.
We can wait on that.
That's fine.
okay. I feel like if we went on,
Yeah, I
another
don't wanna
mission,
go
Tybalt
out.
would just die.
No, I mean he knows why we're waiting. So
Yeah.
he's
You
on
need
board.
potions made?
We can.
If you have the
Wow.
materials.
What potions do you need made?
They always like having healing potions, I believe.
Yeah.
I have enough
Unless there was
left.
something
I
else.
have a few. I have a bunch of healing potions
Oh, well, there you go.
because I've made them for a while.
Yeah.
So I have.
You've just been stockpiling them.
I have like 6 healing potions and 2 greater healing potions.
Wow.
Nice.
She's got
Yeah.
the whole party.
Yeah.
Damn.
I am an alchemist and
Oh,
poisoner,
I love that.
So
Yeah.
I've got lots of things. 'Cause I did that a lot on the ship.
Okay. Yes.
We, at some point during the time,
Yeah.
well, maybe when Miku and Tybalt are off doing their thing,
Mhm.
we are going to try to catch Yvonne and Ruby
Mhm.
alone.
Yes.
Yes.
You could have either or both of them. That is your choice.
I'm going to be talking to you about my goddess all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. It might be harder to catch her without Ruby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Good luck.
Excuse me, Miss Yvonne, Miss Ruby.
Yes.
There's some things that I discovered with my spell that I did not want to say in front of Tybalt, as it concerns him.
That's an important footnote.
Now I'm rolling that 20.
I saw with that spell, basically the entire journey that Portia has been through for the past few months. Meeting an elven woman that wears the same style robes that she currently wears. Someone named Vita.
Kill Bill sirens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who captured her after taking her down with essentially a squadron of mages. She managed to escape and was looking for Tybalt and found him in some sort of domed ecosystem style buildings up north. But he did not look like the Tybalt that we know.
How so?
He was, for lack of better words, more beastly, more monstrous. He had fangs protruding through his lips, claws extending. Wasn't wearing shoes, claws extending from the feet.
No, wasn't wearing shoes. That is not our Tybalt. The pinnacle of style. We went to the watering hole once to go swimming, and he left all of his clothes on. That is not right.
And she bargained for his freedom, where apparently Avita needed her to want to be a better self. And because Tybalt did not want that, he was a failed experiment. And she is apparently a successful one.
So they have been experimenting on her then.
Yes. And that's where they came up with that Gios spell. Together.
She's not there to talk to us.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate that contact.
She's making
it.
Just,
I feel involved.
I do, yeah.
You've got bigger things going on. You've got better things going on. I'm very happy for you two. I hope I don't have to kill your in-game boyfriend. Because I fucking will. Oh, that was mean. Everything's mean and horrible now.
There are a couple conditions to this spell.
Good. There usually are.
If she leaves the what was the
The
organization?
the Magnus Evolutionary.
If she leaves the Magnus Evolutionary, they will capture him once more and, for all intents and purposes, remonstrify him.
What a word.
If she tries to warn or explain willingly, same thing.
Well, that's why she can't talk to us.
I've never felt so good about her lying to us before.
And
Wow.
he is not aware of any of this. Before they let him go, his memory is modified.
That's why he keeps on thinking that. Good.
I did not feel comfortable saying this in front of him, as from what I've seen, they have a history of self-sacrifice.
And how do we break this spell? Yeah, you said self-sacrifice, and I feel like it's a two-way street.
Essentially, A greater restoration, or it was remove curse.
Gives the chance.
Yeah, it gives the chance. A wish is needed,
Tricky.
or it is linked to his life force.
I'm so glad I was an only child. Okay. Well, we could definitely. All the more reason for us to try and deal with this here. Because if we go in there and they see an opportunity, he might find out. And he might choose to sacrifice himself anyway. And I'd love to get out of this with both of them alive. Unfortunately, she's the one that we need. So, I've already burned down way worse for the good of the world. I will sacrifice him if I have to, but I'd really, really, really rather not. You have no idea how much I don't want to do that. So, let's talk to Portia. Tell her that we know things. Nope, let's not tell her. Let's talk to Portia and ask her if she is able to take side projects. There's a possibility if she's actually comfortable staying there, we could use her magic for what we need and take Tybalt far, far away so he's not at risk of being hurt by her again, and then find a way to rescue her later. Or we might get very, very lucky and take away this magic right here and now without breaking back into the death trap.
We'll remind you the issue is that if she leaves the Magnus Evolutionary. Oh, they're gonna. Yeah. you
Yes,
said it.
I
Got
did.
it. Got it.
So,
I follow.
thank you.
Thank
So-
you.
You were right not to tell him, though, because he would have gone in there alone at night and offered himself up in a heartbeat. And I don't know about you two, but I thought there was a little connection between him and Miku, and it would just break her tiny little air heart.
Just got this happen. Start taking it away.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Yeah.
Don't curse that.
Yeah.
Put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. So, 4 days pass. With each passing day, you see that Animus and Portia regain their strength. It is difficult to keep the brother and sister apart. You can tell that they have a true and genuine connection. As Portia regains her strength, Tybalt ends up spending more time away from the place for fear of them either naturally bumping into each other or just the urge to check on each other. Watching Animus and Portia interact is entertaining. They very much like old friends spend their time recounting stories of past adventures. They spend their time discussing old friends and bickering about religion and magic. It's sort of like watching Renaissance painters have lunch and yell at each other, and then immediately enjoy laughing and their time together.
That's precious.
After the 4 days, what would you guys like to do?
Did you tell?
I did not tell Miku. I told her that in future we would need her to keep him away. Probably this day when we go try and do this. I have girl talk with her, and if she tells me about the kiss, I lose my shit. But I do notice they've been going out together, and I kind of kindly suggest they maybe take a longer than normal picnic, just in case. In case things go wrong, in case we have to try several times. I don't want him to be anywhere nearby. and go wandering in until we have this fucking dealt with.
So you're saying my mission is to create the best picnic ever?
Absolutely fucking is.
Yeah.
And that's where we're going to spend the rest of the episode. I want to see this picnic. Show it to me.
She looks like intense.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Pull the end in.
I take her by the face. I'm the greatest picnic that was ever had.
I can do this.
I believe in you.
I believe in me too. Should I plan for everyone? How much food am I
Just the
going to need?
two.
Okay.
Just the two.
Okay. I like this plan. She blushes bluer.
All right. So, as the greatest picnic ever is underway,
Sure is.
what would you guys like?
You're such an idiot. I'm like,
I love it so much.
It's amazing.
like over here blushing
It's
and
the
like
best thing
laughing.
that's ever happened.
This is my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah,
I
for
am
real.
already very scared of it.
This is
Fuck.
amazing.
I know, me too.
There's way more pressure than there was an hour ago.
Seriously.
You know about it?
No. Because Tybalt is tragic already.
Yeah.
Because his home game, he was in love. He was the NPC boyfriend for another home game character, and then she went crazy and got turned into an evil god.
Just because he has bad past doesn't mean he has a bad future.
I'm just saying, if now he dies after finding love again, I'm gonna flip this entire table. I'm gonna flip this entire
If that
studio.
happened, Tempest might be a permanent installation.
Yeah.
No!
Yeah.
No!
That is a hell of a
Figure
role needed for
too.
that.
Mhm.
I hate it!
Doesn't
Okay.
take loss well.
Oh, we're coming up right episode.
Yeah.
Welcome.
This has been an episode.
Yeah.
Are you just gonna like ambush Portia
No,
with a
we're gonna
spell,
go
or are
talk
you
to
gonna?
I'd like to talk to her before you cast her.
Okay, cool. I'm just ready to start casting.
No.
Power of we just compels you.
That was
You
amazing.
guys are there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
If they want us to.
Yeah, if they want us.
I would love you to be. And I would just like to.
What would you like to do with Animus? Well, are you going to tell Animus anything before you start?
I trust
doing stuff.
Animus. I'd like to talk to Animus.
Okay.
I say, I'm not going to go into explicit details about some things in case you're being watched. Because we know that happens here.
It does, but I was hoping that the hotel was providing us.
Does it anti-scrying officially?
Yes.
Thank God, okay.
It
Then
does.
I can fucking talk. Okay, good. Then I will fucking talk. We understand why you couldn't talk to us before. And why you can't now.
Are you talking to Portia?
I am.
Oh, okay. I was. What? Yeah. What are you telling Animus, or are you just explaining
I'm
it to
explaining
him
it to
now?
the group.
To both
the
of them.
two
Got
of
it.
them.
Understood. I
I'm
just wanted-
doing this in case there are persuasion checks needed because charisma and letting you cast. And whomever cast things. I have
Got it.
inspiration to give both of them. All three of them. I have enough for everyone. Including Animus. So we know why you couldn't talk to us. Don't.
You see her eyes.
It's
sort of
fine.
get big.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So I have a couple of questions for you. Did I explain to you why we were looking for you? Because I know your brother's very important. I want to see him safe as well. But the world is in a much graver place than you thought.
Over the past few days, I've been able to
Thank God.
catch her up.
We need you to help find him, and whereas I'm sure there's technically a way you could do that without leaving and without breaking your promise or triggering anything unsavory.
Make an insight check.
Yeah. Gonna fucking luck that shit. That's better.
Yeah.
Thanks, pen. Leave it there. It's magic. Spells. 21.
You get the feeling she she's not comfortable or afraid that attempting to help you guys will trigger her.
Good.
Mhm.
So I'm sure we could just do that. However, you are too great a force to be left in containment in that place. And should you be interested, we would love to find a way to dismiss your problems. I'm trying to say it in non-magical terms so it doesn't accidentally. I'm worried about the spell. I'm trying to be real subtle and just fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
You're
she
unwanted
seems to
guest.
follow.
We would like to try if you are interested. However, if that is a place you if your company is one you would wish to continue to keep, that is not our business. I do know, however, some people are better off with you in the world than behind the walls.
With your insight, I will let you know that she won't speak on it.
No.
Her hesitation seems to be her fear for others more than a fear for herself.
Good.
So
just innocuously, you ever been to Jalen Asai?
Yes, many years ago.
Would you ever wish to see it again? And she could just nod or shake her head to say, yes, I'd like to leave. No, I'd like to stay here.
Yes, I think so. Someday, perhaps.
Good. Do you have Death Ward?
Yeah.
Could you please could you cast it on her and her cast it on her, please?
Can we
Can we get a Death
Yeah.
Ward chain, please?
That
would be
Thank you.
that is a great idea.
Thank you. I'm here for tactics.
Go ahead. So you can cast.
Tactics. Party
So-
commander for the moment, just right now.
Cool. I cast it on her.
I guess it on her first.
Well done.
So are we going to try Greater Restoration?
Could he tell which one was theoretically going to be more effective, Greater Restoration or Restore or Curse? Which one has your higher spell modifier?
It is so it is the same either way.
Same
Yes.
mod. Okay.
Once I will let you know once one of them fails,
They gotta use the other one.
you have to use the other one.
Okay.
And once both of them fail, you cannot attempt again.
Can someone else attempt?
Someone else you are not
Got
sure,
both of you?
but
Okay.
they can
Let's try.
but potentially both attempt.
Okay.
I'm first
cool.
going to inspire you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, which one do you? Yeah,
I mean, in
You have-
preference for today,
both clerics have both, right?
Yes.
she has greater restoration right now.
I have Greater Restoration on my prayer beads.
You do.
Yeah,
You
not-
do. Okay.
I mean, you guys can prepare your spells at the
That's
beginning of
true,
the day.
yeah.
There you go.
If you know you're doing this, you
Yeah,
can
yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
Annoying. We knew it for 4
Yeah.
days. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you will have prepared
Yeah.
appropriately.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
I know, but
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay. You have one. You have one D8 of inspiration.
It is a DC of 20, so it is a D20 plus your Wisdom modifier, and you can add the inspiration after you roll.
okay.
Okay.
I moved the stand behind her in case she.
Yes. You get in catching position.
Yeah.
That's you reroll once.
Yeah.
I'd like to roll once. Which was
So it's 16, and then I'll use my
a
D8.
D8.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
4.
That's exactly 20.
That is exactly 20.
Yay! Thank you, Jesus.
Please work.
Thank you, Leadress.
Yes! I'm gonna throw up.
Oh, no.
Please don't.
I will let you know. There is a moment in which you Okay.
There's a lot of silence.
I know, I'm nervous.
You reach out and you begin to manipulate the arcane energies within Portia. And you begin to remove the strings that tie into her mind, sort of pulling at them slowly and unraveling them, very much the way somebody might uncoil a tangled bit of thread. And it is a dense knot. It is the longest you've probably cast this spell that is normally instantaneous, and it is an effort to maintain your concentration, but you do solidly throughout. As you begin to pull them apart, you can see Portia's mind begin to loosen and free, and a sense of relief begins to creep over her. And she, much like having this weight lifted from her, is grateful, tremendously grateful. And you see something begin to glow on her chest, and it starts to creep up around to her spine and through her hair, lighting up, and begins to cast these lights. And she has this brief moment of panic, and just before she can say something, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Shit.
No one's breathing right.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
25.
Holy shit!
Damn, Ruby.
Saving throws are
She wise as
Wise.
so wise.
You barely succeed.
Oh, shit.
Barely.
Shit.
You see from the mind, she goes to reach out and stop something, and rapidly these heavy spectral chains spring forth, and they begin to wrap up your tiny halfling body from foot to neck and up above, as they are the size of your arms, and you can hear the links thick as they would be on a ship's anchor, just beginning to bind and drag down Ruby. And just in the nick of time, she is able to will a hand free from between the chains and start to dig and pull herself up and out. And those chains begin to disappear down beneath the earth, and your feet just barely sort of escaping up and out. And you see Portia. I'm so sorry, dear. Alveda must have left something in there for when that spell was removed, if it could have been removed. Are you all right?
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Are you all right? Is that something? Was it a failsafe? Are you still under its power?
I mean, I feel fine. I can tell you of the gaze and the spell. I am all right.
Well, I'd like to introduce you to our new resident mind reader. He's the one who saved you, and we're going to keep him because, for fuck's sake! We will only really know when we can get you and Tybalt in a room together and you don't try to kill him.
True.
Please.
When I first thought, get him.
Um,
I'm like, no, that's a
He's-
terrible idea. Don't do that.
But he's kind of on a date right now.
I'm sorry, he's on
Uh,
what?
He's on a date, Portia.
And
He found a
Animus,
lady.
Animus just sort of goes. Oh.
Animus
Animus
leaves.
leaves. He's like, no.
We have a tiny air druid friend who seems to
I'm
have won his
sorry,
heart.
what?
She's an air genasi.
She's adorable.
She
He's
is.
a druid.
I know. I was as shocked as you, but there's something odd between them. And she's been taking him on picnics and introducing him to puppies, and it's obnoxious. I can feel her blushing from here. You should go meet her. She's darling, and even you won't be able to hate her.
Her jaw.
She is the antithesis
locked
of
iron right now.
You remember oh, what the fuck was her name? Her. She's the opposite of that. I know she's nothing but magic and joy and unicorns. Except when she gets angry. But she doesn't usually get angry.
All right. Take me to her.
I I'd like to see if the Gaius has been transferred to make her murder anyone else around her, brother.
Go ahead.
No, I don't know. It's 12. 11. Sorry, it's 11.
All right. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. You don't know.
I'm gonna bank on the fact that she's kind of exhausted right now,
She is.
and I'm gonna casually. Anyone want a death ward on me? I'm taking it. It's okay. It's fine.
I don't think
I've made a mistake. Let's go have this motherfucking reunion.
Yeah, maybe we should have waited till after the picnic. I'm
Oh
worried
no,
about
I
this
think
date.
this is nothing but, you know what? If she made it the greatest picnic that ever was,
Mhm.
maybe it will win over Portia.
Maybe she should be in a good mood.
Tybalt should be in a good mood.
Make a perception check.
Oh, that's nice. 28.
Yeah, absolutely. You see Animus who had Peter Griffined out of the room.
Nope.
Yeah.
Simpson is like,
Yeah. As you guys, he's overhearing you. Maybe they'll win over Portia. And he just gives you the eyes.
she did keep him busy while we came and saved Portia's life, so that's important because he would have been murdered if not for her.
And she's adorable.
She's in this fucking life.
She gives people bark.
And so.
And we launch into here's the things you need to know about Miku.
You heard the good news about me.
Miku.
Really? And it's just everything you bring up. So just give me a laundry list of what you.
So she occasionally gives us bark because it's affection.
Bark.
Shield right
You
here.
say.
She loves puppies and turning into puppies.
She's
Don't say.
starting spa. And she
Mhm.
doesn't mind getting hurt because we had this barbarian friend with spike armor and she hugged her anyway over and over.
And she's a hugger.
So she's just a little bit risky hugger
Okay.
though. She's dangerous because occasionally when she gets really angry, she does this weird thing where her wind gets mad and she turns into this weird thing that likes to be called Tempest.
Uh-huh.
And also
She's a
Another one.
total badass.
So there's
she
another
is.
one that turns into something when they get mad.
Oh.
Good to know my brother has a type.
Yes, but this, at least one half of it is nice and sweet. Unlike the other one.
I really
Just
do
all
think we really
terrifying.
see Miku a lot more.
We
than
do see
Tempest.
Miku a lot more.
Yeah.
And also...
And the Tempest is fighting on our side.
And also she can summon bears and snakes and turn into them. She's been keeping Tybalt company as a direwolf all week.
I'm sure she has. If he comes home with fleas.
Can he turn into a direwolf? I don't think that's up his alley sexually. But then again, I don't know. So I'd like to take this opportunity to roll a persuasion check, because that's the only way I'm getting out of this.
Go for
Is
it.
by Yvonne doing this that I have.
Just yeah, it's getting worse.
Give us the shovel.
26!
Uh-huh. All right. Sure. She doesn't blame Yvonne.
Fuck!
Well, we did this to save Tybalt, and he's gonna die anyway.
So, Miku,
I'm the best!
tell me about the best picnic ever.
Oh,
God.
it's
Oh,
the best
God.
picnic ever.
Please.
Because when Yvonne tasked her about this, she went out and collected some information and found out that there was a festival going on that
Of course.
day. Yeah.
Yes.
So she took Tybalt to the festival.
Aww.
So it is full on like carnival. Like there are performers, there is food vendors everywhere. She finds the best noodle vendor,
Mm-hmm.
and they snack on noodles. They watch performances, and there's music. She pulls out her flute and jams.
Okay. Make
And
me a performance check for the jam.
well,
Are you proficient in flute?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. A 10.
So-
All right.
She jamming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you get or not. She's jamming.
She is enjoying it.
They are
She
playing
is, in fact,
carnival games
jamming.
together.
Good.
It's great.
They're playing cornhole. Like,
And then after they have like this great time, they watch some like live outdoor theater.
Mhm.
She's making sure he's having a genuinely good time. He's
Mhm.
relaxed.
Yeah. You know that you see that there are plenty of times throughout the day and the time that his mind does drift,
Mhm.
but he does his best to be focused and present.
And they go get two of the direwolves,
Mm-hmm.
and they take them kind of out a little bit
Mm-hmm.
to a nice secluded, like grassy spot
Mm-hmm.
that is by a pond.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have another picnic because she wants him to remember the first time they had a picnic together.
Hmm.
And she made all of the food,
oh my God.
and
I ship them so hard.
and,
I will dedicate the rest of my life to keeping this couple happy.
and she's
Want to
making
let the
she's kind of doing some subtle druid craft to have like butterflies flying around, and like she's kind of like whispering to her like bird friends to like play some nice like bird music.
I'm about to
And-
throw myself in front of Portia's wrath to save this couple.
And they're talking. They're just talking
Sure.
and just enjoying each
Absolutely.
other's company and opening up and just having someone to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just anything you want to say. Tell me about your childhood. Or tell me anything. I love hearing other people's memories.
He
Or don't say anything at all.
most of the day he seems to just enjoy spending time with you. He is distracted and a little distant, but he does apologize for it. He lets you know that as difficult as these days have been, it wasn't so long ago that he thought he would never have a day like this again. And he appreciates it.
You deserve to be happy.
Whether I deserve it or not, I am.
Good. I am happy too. I mean, I have a lot of happiness with my friends being around, but honestly, I don't think I've been this happy in a very long time. So thank you for bringing the happiness to me as well.
Thank you.
The moment we get within eye shot,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to message her inspiration. I'm going to message her. Hey, so I believe you can be the best version of yourself. That's all.
And I message her, someone's coming to kill you.
I would like to message Sybil. Watch the fuck out.
Take a D8 of inspiration for whatever you left her persuade.
She's on guard then. She jumps up. She says, someone is trying to kill us.
What have you done?
Just so in the few moments where you were getting the message before Ruby startles you.
Someone's coming to kill you.
Before that, you guys were by the lake, as you had said. He had gone slightly to the water, and you can see him sort of kneeling at its edge, doing something. You're not quite sure his back is to you. And you get distracted by Yvonne, and you're like, oh. And then it's like, oh, somebody's trying to kill you. You jump up. Those of you that are walking up to this scene with Portia
Hi. Hello.
on fire, I would like you guys to make perception checks.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Am I making a perception check?
No.
Okay, so
No.
you
Take this
have
confidence away from me.
a plus 2.
Oh, fucking fuck.
What's yours?
11.
18.
Come on, Vex, don't fuck me. 18.
18. Yeah, 18 is definitely enough. As you see Miku jump up and yell that someone is trying to kill us, Tybalt. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Portia. Well done.
Oh.
Tybalt stands up and he spins very quickly. You see the flash of steel in his hand, in his left hand, but in his right, you see something that looks small, folded up pieces of parchment. And he spins, and Portia looks at him and then looks at Miku. And you've seen Portia. And the rest of the time, even when she was, you guys have seen her, even when she was in the Nine Hells, she never looked mad. She looks a little mad right now. She looks a little judgy and a little mad.
But
Miku sees them, there's them, relaxes, and just waves at Portia.
As if this is normal. That's valid.
Yeah. She's,
Parchment.
And Tybalt sort of relaxes. Yeah, because he's behind you at this point. And Portia's hands, you can see the flames begin to sort of lick up them. But what you guys notice is that something very similar happens with Tybalt. As from his wrist down to his fingers, it catches a little bit of flame, and the parchment begins to burn. And he just sort of drops it into the water, and you can see he tucks the knife back up and starts walking towards Portia. And when he walks past you, he'll take your hand and begin walking you towards his sister.
Yvonne knows from an accident earlier that he kept pages of love letters from the old one tucked in his. I have a suspicion that's what he just burned. I'm having feelings.
That happened on stream too. You can go back and find that
you can
episode.
go back. That
That's
is
the
that is
episode
in
where they have masks.
Yeah, that is
Mhm.
yeah.
And as he leads you forward, you see Portia sort of stand up a little straighter, and she tusses with her clothes. It's good to see you again. It's good to be seen. feeling murderous.
Unwillfully murderous, not the kind you're feeling now toward people.
Intentional murder.
No more than usual.
Good.
Tibble just sort of nods. Portia, have you met Miku? I don't believe I have.
Are you feeling better? We're trying very hard to save you.
It's a girl thing.
Butterflies flying around her
Yeah.
head.
I am feeling better, thank you. I hope you all weren't trying too hard out here by yourselves.
Trying what?
Nothing, dear.
Oh, I see. I was trying to make him happy. He was very upset. that
You're
he
not
wasn't-
helping. You're not helping. You're not making it better.
I was trying to make him happy. He was not very happy.
It looks like
We
you
went
did
to a
great
fair
job.
and then we had a picnic and he was happy.
I love her so much.
And
shit.
Tibble kind of squeezes your hand. She's not wrong. I was exceedingly happy.
You see? This is what I was trying to do.
And he definitely would have done something rash if we hadn't made sure he was distracted and occupied during that. He was, I swear he was going to go marching into the school by himself if we
Please,
waited a day longer.
Everyone.
Why is everyone upset right now?
No
Shouldn't we
one's-
be happy? She's okay. He's happy. I don't understand.
Stop. Just stop helping for a moment. Come here. And you see the two of them hug.
Oh.
And it is long overdue.
Oh.
They hug, they hold each other. Make perception checks.
He stabs her. Natural one.
Plus 2 for you.
17.
17.
I see nothing. I'm just weeping.
10.
17.
17 and 21. Anything above a 15. You guys hear them sort of whisper to each other. A druid. Really? I just was a little bit rustic for you. He goes, I'm as surprised as anyone, but she is very light. Well, you've had enough darkness for a while, I think.
Mika is slowly getting in on this hug.
And
She just
you feel Portia sort of tense up.
Snuggles in there.
She's just a part of this family
Yeah.
now.
She's whispering too, and she's saying, "It's nice to see that you are feeling okay again."
Oh my god.
And Tibble, you can see sort of Portia starts extricating herself from the hug, and Tibble kind of
She
gives
can
her
try.
like a gives her like a little arm squeeze. Yeah, with your -2, she's- we can try if you want.
Yeah.
That's the power of love.
So
Kim Possible says yes.
So yeah, guys, I think that is where we are gonna end.
Oh my
tonight.
god. I am going to name this episode The Greatest Picnic Ever. No one
Greatest
can stop me.
Picnic ever. Well done. And I believe that is in fact our the
Satisfying
last.
finale of the Flamecaller arc.
Yeah, the Song of the Flamecaller. That's the end of that arc.
Yay!
So we will be starting a new one come Wednesday. We'll talk to the team on Discord, see which member of House Victors they're going to pursue next time. But Portia is safe. You're fine.
She has a new future sister-in-law.
She does. She has a new future sister-in-law.
I would like
Please don't kill
I would like the next arc to be the wedding, where you watch these disasters try to plan a fucking wedding on the run.
Sybil,
It's too late.
guys, I am very impressed with all of you. This was a great night.
I'll stay for praise.
Yeah, I did not expect both Portia and Tybalt to make it through that.
Oh, thank God. Okay,
Boy, did
okay.
they make it through.
They super did. It was, you know, it was one of the nights where we had no combat. We had very few dice rolls.
But really important choices being made.
Very important, guys.
Every dice roll.
Very important.
Very important dice rolls. If you hadn't nat 20 on that shit, we would have known none of this going in.
Yeah.
You maybe would have gotten, she needs to go back to the school and he needs to not go there with her.
Yeah.
Like, we would have probably killed, like, I guarantee, because we needed Portia, we would have lost Tybalt.
It-
And I'm so glad we didn't,
I am.
because this!
It was a wonderful night. It was a
Just
lot
once.
of fun.
Everybody lives!
Just this once.
Channeling my
Everybody
inner
lives.
9.
Yes. So great game, great night. We're going to be back Wednesday for more Disasters in Danger. If you like what you see tonight, we got more action and romance and all sorts of fun things now. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you guys for being here. We hope that you'll be regulars with us. Yeah, we will see you guys next time. But until then, be cool.